Good evening, everyone, and welcome to West Des Moines here at Valley High School for one of the state's best rivalries. Some may consider it the best rivalry. Dowling Catholic, the Maroons, taking on the West Des Moines Valley Tigers tonight here on a cold Tuesday night here in the capital city of Des Moines. Blake Walker, Chris Larson along with you here this evening. We start out with the girls of this girls-boys doubleheader, and Chris, 3 versus 4. It's actually a great night, the CIML, because over in Johnston, we get 1 versus 2 on the girls' side. So there's going to be some mix-maxing here in the top 4. But tonight, these two teams very familiar with each other. Dowling took the first matchup earlier this year by 15+. But Valley trying to get back going. They lost to Ankeny last week. Dowling lost that game to Northwest. You and I were both on that one. You take a look at the rankings. The CIML's got the top 5 covered. Right now, everybody's kind of playing for state tournament seeding, and that sounds crazy, but it definitely is.
Yeah, you said it. It's cold outside. It's going to be hot in the gym today, though. I mean, what a fun night of girls basketball, like you said, across Central Iowa. But our game, rivalry game, right? So it's always a big game when these two get together. But in particular this year, 2 really good teams. Both have had little bumps in the road recently. So, their coaches are looking to get themselves on track because these guys aren't just thinking about winning a conference title. They're thinking about winning a state title, and they do have the talent to do it, but it's who can start putting their pieces together and be really great down the stretch.
Let's talk about a couple stars to watch tonight. We'll start out with the road team of Dowling Catholic. The Maroons come in 12-2, ranked number 3 overall. Let's talk about one of the Mullers. Katie Muller, 17.2 points per game. Her shooting percentages have been going down, just slowly here, kind of in a shooting rut, if you will, but she is the playmaker. She can shoot, make threes. She's one of the ones to watch tonight.
Yeah, she has a lot of responsibilities out on the court for Dowling, right? In addition to being a great scorer, she also has to run the offense. She's a good defender. She rebounds well. She does all these things very well. Sometimes as the season goes along, that can affect your shooting statistics. I think the key for her tonight is to be able to attack, get to the rim, get some easy buckets, maybe get to the free throw line a few times, and not be that perimeter jump shooter.
On the other side for the Valley Tigers, who come in 8-5, ranked number 4 in the state of Iowa, it's Tylee White. She did not play a lot of that Ankeny game. She was out because of foul trouble. Valley looked slow. They looked like they just couldn't get anyone going because they didn't have their leader. When she's on the floor, she's a difference maker.
She's been fantastic this year. I mean, we've covered a few of her games, and I think we've talked about the progress she's made from her sophomore to junior year. She is fantastic, but they need her on the floor, and that's actually a part of the game that great players need to understand is managing their fouls, managing the game. Let's see if she responds after that tough game and does a little better job with that tonight.
It's going to be fun to watch her. She's a really talented player. She's ranked number 7 in the 2027 rankings for Prep Hoops. There's a lot of stars on the floor tonight. You expect that in a big game like this. Dowling coming off a win against Urbandale 52-32. Valley coming off a loss to Ankeny 50-40. Dowling since 2007 leads the series 18-12, including 4 straight wins. Valley's last win came on November 28th, 2023. We'll step aside for a break, and when we come back, your opening tip and more. You're watching Super Tuesday here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Dowling Catholic and Valley coming up.
It's the Start Something New sales event happening now at DeYarman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Ames, Iowa. Take up to $13,000 off new 2026 Ram 1500s with Conquest Cash or 0% for 60 months. 2025 Ram Heavy Duties, over $12,000 off MSRP on select units. And on all new Rams, receive best-in-class 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. And 2025 Wranglers, up to $10,000 off with Stellantis loyalty. DeYarman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Ames, Iowa.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Valley High School in the Bill Cold Iron Fieldhouse for tonight's girls varsity basketball game between the Maroons of Dowling Catholic High School and your Valley Tigers. Our officials for tonight's game are Sean Peterson, Mark Royer, and David Lutz. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the Maroons of Dowling Catholic High School. Number 11, Katie Muller. Number 21, Nikki Muller. Number 23, Ellie Muller. Number 25, Maddie Rice. And number 31, Adrian Sears. Maroons are led by head coach Kristen Meyer, and the assistant coaches are Joel Danner and Audrey Francis. And now the starting lineup for your Valley Tigers. Number 3, Carrie Rose. Number 4, Bailey Utah. Number 11, Tylee White. Number 12, Avery Moon. And number 20, Olivia Adams. Valley head coach is Matt Utah, and the assistant coaches are Ashley Adams, Jacob Cleveland, Marcus Miles, and Afton Ray. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and move your headway as we honor our country with those who serve to protect us with playing our national anthem, while the Valley High School JROTC presents the colors, and fans are reminded to remain standing until the colors have left the gym.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game. We are all set to go tonight from Valley High School. Dowling Valley, one of the oldest, one of the best rivalries that the state has to offer, comes to the hardwood. Second time these two teams are meeting this year. Back on December 12th, Dowling Catholic defeated Valley back on their own home floor, 68-47. Blake Walker, Chris Larson along with you here this evening in what should be a fun CIML matchup. 3 versus 4. I talked about it earlier, but over in Johnston we got 1 versus 2. And it sounds crazy, but the way that the girls' standings work, and the boys the same as well. Say like Dowling goes into the state tournament regionals as ranked 3rd. Mm-hmm. If they win out, they go to the state tournament. They are the 3 seed if the 1 and 2. Right. So in a way, you got to keep winning because you can help improve your seed at the state tournament.
And we were just talking about this on the boys' side. These rankings do start to matter now because some of the really good teams, the championship contenders, they're starting to look at it as if, hey, we want to be that 2 seed or the 1 seed, not the 3 or the 4, because the 4 seed has to play right now.
Nobody
let's
wants
say
to play,
Ankeny, right? Yeah, no one wants. And then you get to the semis, and you're like, I'd rather be in that 2-3 game. So there you go. Let's get her going.
Valley in white, Dowling Catholic in maroon. Avery Moon says, I'm not going to jump for that ball.
I'm good.
Ellie Muller takes control, and we are underway. Dowling has the height advantage tonight. There is no doubt about it. Katie Muller takes a fake to the rim and can't get it to go. Ellie gets the rebound, and it won't drop. Here's your height advantage, and there's the foul. Valley's going to have to deal with that all night.
2 offensive rebounds already. But let's, we kind of talked about this from the start. Katie Muller attacked early, right? What that does is when it's just not a jump shot, you go in and attack, that opens up rebounding angles too because somebody comes and helps and they're not in good position. So even though she didn't make the layup, she kind of set up her sister to be in good offensive rebounding position, and then she knocks down the first free throw.
Ellie 29, now 30 of 45 coming into tonight now.
We talked about it. She's got such a nice stroke for a bigger girl, and you can really see why she's a Division I, a high major to recruit.
And I'm sure she'd tell you she struggled last Tuesday against Waukee Northwest.
Yep.
Just not the night that she wanted. Trying to get some improvement here. There's Tylee White. We talked about her in the pregame. Had foul issues against Ankeny. Kept her on the bench for a lot of that game. You could tell it kept Valley off rhythm. As you can see there, they don't really want to go down low where the height is. Here's Avery Moon.
That's what they do well right there, though, is when they drive, they have everybody on the floor can shoot. That's a good first possession for Valley.
Valley is a 37% three-point shooting team. They knocked that one down. It is 3-2. Valley leads over Dowling Catholic.
Okay, Carrie Rose gets the defensive assignment on Katie Muller.
Muller stops and fires her own 3 and knocks it down.
And there she goes. She said, what shooting slump? Good way for her to get off to a good start, though. Nice shot.
Utah tried to body her way inside. Here's Tylee White for 3. That's off the front iron. Dowling trying to run back the other way. Nikki Muller was there in the corner. Dowling averaging 59 points per contest. Valley actually averaging more at 61. Muller works her way inside and gets the layup to go off glass.
Talk about this a lot, right? Jump stop, play off 2 feet. That way you're not going to charge and then finishes off the glass. Great offense.
Dowling extends the lead to 4. White all the way, and Muller might have gotten a piece of it. Here comes her sister Ellie, now up to Nikki. Now back down to Ellie. Nice stop and turn, and boy, Ellie Muller looking strong early. She's got 6 of Dowling's 9 points. Timeout on the floor for Coach Utah. It's a 30-second timeout. The post looks much better than it did last Tuesday night.
Absolutely. Well, and that's, you talk about matchups, right? Waukee Northwest has a couple bigger girls that can match up a little bit and play her a little bit more one-on-one. Valley's going to have to do something with running a double team at her or switching it up. She's just too big and strong and physical for Moon to play one-on-one. I do want to tell you, first possession Valley had, really did a nice job. Moved the ball side to side 2 or 3 times, right? The last 2, it's been pretty quick, right? And that leads then to this transition. I wouldn't be surprised if he kind of says, hey, let's get another good possession. I think that's going to be a key to their success is don't settle for good shots, wait for great shots.
9-3 out of the timeout.
That's not what they were looking for.
Katie Muller with the steal, takes it all the way and lays it off the glass.
What a good start for Dowling, right? Doing it on both ends of the floor right now, getting a lot of easy looks at the rim.
Beat Urbandale 52-32 the other night, and a win's a win, but they probably wanted a little bit better. We thought maybe it'd be a little sluggish for both the boys and the girls against Urbandale. The boys took care of business as well. We'll talk about that later tonight, but Valley also trying to not let Friday night deter them.
See, right there is what Valley's got to think. You got to get a piece of that paint, but not necessarily for your own shot. Get a piece and then find your teammate. That'll work right there for Tylee White. Got into the paint, right, though, and it took him 4 or 5 passes and able to work down the defense.
Tylee averaging 13.5 points per contest. Here's Sears. First time really she's touched the ball tonight.
Yep.
The Mullers working together. Nikki through traffic.
Boy.
Ellie with the rebound. Can't get it.
Good fight.
Seems like clean rebounds. Try not to get over the back.
Yep.
You might have that issue when you're a little bit taller. Rose for 3 again. Can't quite find it like she did earlier.
Gotta get back.
Three-pointer by Muller. Got it to go. Well, maybe it was all I said was that her shooting is a little bit been off.
Maybe she was listening.
And now she's on
Water
it.
levels, right?
She's got 8.
She's a good shooter. She also has a great jump shot, so really good start for her.
Katie and Ellie Muller have all 14 for Dowling Catholic here in the first quarter.
Muller's 14, Valley 5.
Moon trying to fire it when Ellie wasn't looking. It was not a bad decision.
Good run.
Rice had to give this one up. Here's Nikki Muller trying to
Good
keep
idea.
it going and bounces it off the kneecap of Bailey Utah. Here comes Tenley Utah.
It's really good offense right there. And I don't know, it was a subtle thing by Ellie Muller, but when somebody's driving at you, if you can sneak over to that weak side, a lot of times it's hard for the help defense to see that. And the sisters were on the same page, just was able to kick it out of bounds, though.
Jenna Fuller checking in for Valley. 10.5 points per contest off the bench. I think a lot of coaches would take that. Katie got it knocked away momentarily. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Oh, good position
Muller
right
down
there.
low and got around Tylee White for the layup.
Well, and talk about it. You can tell the scouting report tonight was, hey, we're going to get Ellie involved early and often. And Dowling as a team, look at that. Good shot there. Yeah, Tenley Utah right off the bench and instant offense. But I love the execution by the perimeter players of being patient and letting her play as well.
Boy, Dowling is just bodying their way down low, and Valley just doesn't have an answer.
Physical, tough basketball by Dowling right now.
Gonna have a touch foul called on Tess Carmichael. That was a big bucket there for Tenley Utah. Shooting 54% from the three-point line. She went into last Friday's game shooting 60%. She only made 1 and missed 9 of them.
Yeah. And that's when you tell her just keep shooting, right? Like even being a freshman, I think it can be tricky, but man, I've been super impressed with her. And she's going to have to play big in these big games for them to be successful.
White gives up the layup to Carrie Rose. Leaves Utah wide open for 3. Valley's going to want to try to. They need those shots to go down for how things are going defensively. The lead stays at 10. They got White on Muller now. Down low, Ellie turns and got it to go. It is just a masterclass tonight for Ellie Muller in the first quarter.
I think because of the size mismatch, Valley's going to have to change their strategy a little bit. Go full front and then get the weak side help. But you can't just let her get the ball that deep. She's too good.
Strong take to the basket by Tenley Utah.
We'll see a couple good freshmen in this game tonight.
That's a fun matchup with the Utahs, and then you got Sears.
Yeah.
Another talented freshman, as that one's going to go off of a Valley player.
It's one of the things that's been really enjoyable about working these broadcasts. It's fun to watch some of these kids as underclassmen, and then they grow into the stars.
And time flies, and then they'll end up seniors.
Good offense.
Down low to Muller, and Ellie just keeps it rolling.
Now, you get what I'm saying. She's doing a great job. She's playing strong, physical down there. But it takes a whole team in order to execute these kind of things, and the team is doing a great job. That time it was a good screen and a good pass.
Ellie Muller's got 12. Again, it's just her and her sister Katie that have scored.
But that doesn't mean you're not doing your job, right?
Nice move by Carrie Rose to go to the basket.
I was just talking to somebody about this, Blake, that sometimes one of the best skills a player can have is to not shoot bad shots. You know?
Got a foul.
Nice D by Fuller right there. And that's one thing, if you're Valley, right, you're not going to be able to change the size advantage. What they can do a little better job of, though, is creating some pressure up the floor, and their intense ball pressure will lead to it not being so easy to enter that ball into the post. What a start for Dowling.
Yeah, I mean, this is about as good as you could have drawn it up if you're Kristen Meyer. Here's Olivia Adams trying to work her way down low.
There you go. We talked about this. You got to get a piece of the paint, and sometimes that might take 5 or 6 passes to break the defense down. There you go.
Now Utah, nothing there. Adams back to the top of the key with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Moon. See if she tries it. She does, and it almost worked. Kind of got through contact. No foul was called. We really haven't had any fouls. 1 foul on Valley, 2 on Dowling. Muller from Muller.
Muller to Muller right there. Great basketball. Really good give and go. Excellent. This is a clinic that the Maroons are putting on right now.
30-second timeout here. 24-12 is your score with 55 seconds to go on the first. If you're Coach Utah, some people might be wondering, 55 seconds, Coach, why not just wait till the quarter?
I think that might have been a frustration timeout, and I've been there as well. This is hey, she's got 12 points. That's her 14th point.
Yeah.
How can no one on the floor be adjusting to where she is, right?
And I think Ellie, every time, she seems like a very happy person. She's just smiling coming back down the court. I think she needed a night like tonight after last Tuesday to say, all right, you are what you are, you can make it work, and she's played really well tonight.
Well, moving without the ball. And like I said, it's a compliment to the whole team, right? She has 14 points, but that's because she's the finished product.
Yeah.
Everybody else is doing their job, whether it's screen, taking care of the basketball, moving without the ball, being patient, excellent offensive execution.
And we talk about height, but if you really look at it across the CIML, a lot of teams don't have the height that Dowling has.
Yeah,
so when
no
they're
doubt.
on like they are tonight, they're really hard to beat. We've seen that when they almost beat Johnston earlier this year, and they'll have another chance here in February. Muller, again, this time gets fouled by Avery Moon, and will go to the line. It's the first time she's really tried to aggressively go to the paint, try to get fouled.
It's pretty impressive when you see a 14-point going maybe 15, 16. However, I don't know, Blake, but I'm guessing the school scoring record for girls basketball at Dowling is fairly high.
65s.
I'm guessing it's pretty
it's
high.
Literally in the 60s, thanks to a certain someone. Ellie knocks down her first. I think it is 60.
Is that right?
It has got to be pretty flat. We can go ask Mark Amadeo at halftime. She hits a bow. She's got 16 here in the first quarter.
Hey, she's on pace, though.
Yeah,
she's on pace.
She is.
Okay, Valley needs to get a good offensive possession here, though, right? Still execute.
Shot clock is dead. And a jump ball that goes to Valley, but good effort by Madison Rice.
Only thing, a little nitpicky here, but you had the ball to end the first quarter. You were going to get the ball to start the second quarter. Just hold for the last shot. I know it gets hard because you're down 14 and you want to, but you're not going to make 14 points up in this possession. Don't let Dowling score, though. So wait for this last shot. This is kind of risky business. And here, let's see how this plays out.
That's a block by Nikki Muller. 12 seconds to go. Katie's just going to stop and fire the three and hits.
And that's what happens when you just don't execute. And it's easy when things aren't going your way to kind of forget what good execution looks like.
Utah fall the way, but she got fouled.
I think you're going to get a foul there. Yep.
Got fouled, but it was.
They're going to call it on the floor. Oh, they're going to give her 2 shots.
Did give her 2.
Okay.
So Tenley will go to the line to shoot 2.
So good hustle back. I do think that's going to take a little reorganization right now for Valley. It's a rivalry game. They came out ready to go, and then when you get punched kind of in the nose, you got to readjust now. The goal is not to even be winning by halftime, but you got to get back in the game.
Well, that will do it for the end of the first quarter. The Muller sisters, 29. Valley, 12. We'll be back for the second quarter. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa High School sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game. Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. 29-12, Dowling Catholic leading over Valley. Good crowd on hand here this evening. Everybody starting to file in. Pet band also starting to file in. Might catch her a little bit here, but Valley got some work to do here.
Yep. One possession at a time. Better execution on the defensive end right there, keeping the ball out of Muller's hands. And that leads to an offensive foul, right? They took away, they had two girls both dedicated to taking away that high-low pass. Did a nice job, and that's kind of what led to the turnover.
We talked about Caitlin Clark. How about another star of collegiate basketball? Audie Crooks is in the house tonight, Iowa State star.
She also can put the ball through the hoop.
Checking out the local basketball scenery. You just never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Also could be doing some secret recruiting. You never know.
Hey, right?
Katie Muller is undecided. I'm sure the people in Ames would love to have her.
Uh-huh. Good move.
Sears back outside to Olivia Meredith, in and out.
Much better attention to detail by Valley on these first two defensive possessions.
Adams works over to the corner. It's Carrie Rose. She had 5 in the first quarter.
Again, got it steep, moving that ball on defense. Move. I like when Moon gets involved out on the perimeter and it draws Muller out. That helps with driving lanes.
But I tell you, Valley just seems so scared to go down low. Just very intimidated, and stepping on the line is Rose. Valley going to bring on a little bit of a press here to maybe try a couple things.
Yeah, a little full court man it looks like they're going to go to. Maybe they'll run and jump out of it a little bit. It's hard, though. Dowling does such a good job with ball handling, too. It's hard to speed them up. I do like Fuller's kind of being a pest out there right now.
Muller down low. Katie can do it, too. She's got 15. Adams all the way and just can't find it. Now Sears left wide open. And the first player, not named a Muller, is on the board.
Really good ball movement on that in transition, though, right? Coach Danner didn't like that. He saw that one. Hey.
Olivia Adams knocks down the long three-pointer.
They're going to have to make some threes to get back into this game. I think there's no doubt about that.
And they can. They are a team that is capable of that. Katie stops and fires.
Good grief.
I tell you what, there's not going to be another Caitlin Clark. But for what Ava Zedeker did at Dowling and now Katie Muller, they sure know how to get the point guards.
They're lead guards.
And they play Caitlin did.
Yeah. But that starts happening in programs too, right? You kind of model this.
Jenna Fuller tried to toss one up. Now to the other side, Rice lays
really
up
good offense.
Dowling, I tell you what, I called quite a few Dowling games this year. This is the best the Maroons have looked in sync. As Madison Rice has got a big smile coming off the floor. It's a full timeout, 39-15. Dowling Catholic leads over Valley.
As the seasons change, so should the colors in your garden and around your home. Nothing says fall like a splash of beautiful colors from the Fall Mums from Good Greenhouses. No one has a larger selection of gorgeous mums or better pricing, with sizes from small pots to large containers that are sure to make the neighbors jealous. For over 118 years, the Good family have grown and sold the best mums in Iowa in a rainbow of stunning fall colors. Come see for yourself, just north of Interstate 80 and only 8 minutes south of Ankeny.
Out of the timeout, 39-15. Kristen Meyer got to be pretty happy. 181-49 record at Dowling Catholic. Previous state champion with the Nevada Cubs back in 2015. And then after she won the title, gets the job at Dowling Catholic. The rest is history. Still looking for the first championship with Dowling. They've come close. They've come very close.
Well, and her right-hand man is Joel Danner, who used to be a little Hawkeye competitor with me and a really good guy. But after that last run out, they just looked at each other for about the first 10 seconds of the timeout and just smiled, because as a coach and coaching staff, you can tell they have their girls' attention, right? After last week and the tough loss, they're now playing their best basketball, and you love to feel that as a coach.
Muller on the low post against Moon, turns, can't quite hit that one. Good defense by Avery.
Yep.
They came out of the timeout, and Avery went right to the basket. That was probably a talking point for Coach Uthoff. Hey, if maybe we could try to get to the line of some sort.
Yep. And again, you got to go hard, and then you got to try and use that dribble to set up your teammates. It's hard, right, when they have kind of the size advantage that they do.
They leave White open for a second and finds the bottom of the basket. They needed that one.
A little shooter's touch right there. Good D, good D. I like that.
Valley seems like a heavy weave offense, like a lot of just rotate.
I like this, and they're going to have to be dedicated to playing defense in this area. You know, it's the three-quarter court, and make everything just miserable, because that's where they are a little quicker. But if they let them just, they're going to get a timeout out of it.
Well, they kept trying with Katie. I thought for sure somebody else would come and help, but it's that. Feels like in high school, whenever somebody sees a press for the first time, you always got to call it timeout.
That's just a rule,
I think it
right?
always happens.
Well, but that's the way Valley's going to get back into it. They're going to have to create a little bit of a helter-skelter type of atmosphere in here. And right now, I know you're down 20 points. You want to try and get it in that 12-ish range before half, and then you're like, hey, we cut into this, but it's got to start with some full-court press. If they're going to just try and play half-court offense against each other, they're not going to be able to keep up. Not tonight, at least, right? Yeah. 1-4 set, there you go. Now they call the timeout. Now they'll have a good reminder of what a press breaker looks like for them.
Adrian Sears went back to the locker room. She then came back out onto the bench, and I think she was either pointing back at her parents or someone. She was pointing at her knee. Seems fine. Have to keep an eye out on that one as Muller goes in and gets, she thought maybe tripped up, but
Did you see that, though? Like, when she catches it, there were three bodies around her. That has got to be Valley's goal, is to just create space around her with three bodies. She's not one body, but it's got to be hard for her to move around.
The goal should be for her not to be the one with the finishing shot.
Exactly.
Make Dowling shoot the ball.
Make somebody else beat you.
Which Dowling's shooting the ball still very well.
There you go.
Here's Bailey Utah for three. Can't get it to go. Ellie's
good ball
on the
movement,
rebound.
though.
This is a chance for Dowling off the misses. Ellie fakes, goes up, and gets it to go.
Yeah, she just doesn't feel much resistance right now. She's just putting her head down and going to the rim. But again, you got to start. You can't start guarding her 5 feet from the basket. That's not going to work for you. Right here, turn her a couple times. Yeah.
Yeah, they do, and there's the foul going to be called on Tenley Uthoff.
But if she's going to bring the ball up the court, turn her a couple times, right? You remember the old towel drill, right? Back. It still comes into play, and so I think that's got to be a point of emphasis for Valley.
Both Katie and Ellie Muller have 18 points apiece in the first half. The last name, too hard to pronounce that I can't come off of it. Rock Valley had two girls on Saturday or on Friday night have 38 and 37 in one game.
Sisters?
Ellie Muller for three. Yes, sisters. 38 and 37 apiece.
Okay.
Well, keep an eye out for Rock
Valley. An eye on that, right? Okay.
They will be at the state tournament. The Rockets look very good. Successful basketball school. Boys state champions a couple years ago.
Yeah, and they've been good.
Yes, for
several
a while. I mean, when you're up in that part of Iowa,
right? They're all
expect
good, right?
So, Carrie Rose for three. Ellie was a little late getting out there, so Carrie took the shot, just couldn't quite find it.
So you got to see her. Better. Good job by Tylee White. Getting a little physical contact to take that first pressure away. Yeah.
Katie works through traffic and gets the foul called. Another thing, I mean, she's pretty good at getting to the free throw line. The foul is called on the floor.
strong, skilled. I mean, all those things.
I don't think either Ellie or Katie has even subbed out tonight.
No.
And for Ellie, that's pretty good. Good conditioning for someone of her height to keep moving. Sears is back in the ball game. Good to see that after she seemed to take an injury timeout. Might have gotten away with a double dribble.
It's a little.
Now she gets free to the basket and lays it up and in. You can see with Sears, there are flashes. She is going to be a really good player.
Absolutely.
Back on the other end, though, Jenna Fuller knocks down the three-pointer.
If I were Valley, I'd get up. Yep, there they come. Right, create a little chaos outside.
They're pretty much face guarding Katie Muller up to this point. That's Carrie Rose who has those duties.
See, I wouldn't be shy of Fuller, though, if she wants to run at her when she goes to put the ball on the floor, though.
Same thing with White on Ellie Muller.
Absolutely. Good possession so far. Got to stay with it.
Katie swings outside. Here's Tess Carmichael to the basket. Strong take by the sophomore.
That's just because it was good defense. I thought the defense did a nice job of recognizing where they need to be. It was just better offense,
and
right?
Dowling has adapted. 2 players score 29 points in the first quarter. You've had 5 different scores now in the second quarter.
Right? But I think, and let's give some credit there to Carmichael, would have been easy just to shoot that open jumper, right? Because Fuller had stayed on the help, and so she had no. But instead, she shot fake and went and got herself a layup. Great offense.
Olivia Adams going to bring it up into the front court here off the foul. 2 fouls apiece for both teams. 1:44 to go here in the first quarter. White had it down low, didn't shoot it. Now she goes back up top and instead takes the 3. Why not?
She can really shoot. She really has a great touch. I feel like, especially around that top of the key area, she doesn't miss very often from that spot.
Dowling has 12 points this quarter. They're all 3-pointers. White gets it stripped away. And there's a touch foul called on, I believe, wait for the number. Number 15, Taylon White.
I think that was kind of one of those, and good officiating, right? Because it was kind of like, I think they might have missed one on that end, but then they're like, all right, we're going to give you a chance to be physical down here, and all right, now we're going to get back to playing basketball.
Are you saying makeup calls might be a thing?
I think that's good officiating sometimes, right? Like, just a consistency. If 2 things happen in a row on both ends of the floor, if you can call it consistently, it's...
Sears couldn't drop the runner. 1 minute to go here in the first half.
Dowling's doing a really good job of keeping Valley out of the paint, right? Really down in the stance. Yeah, they're going to call that a foul.
Moving screen, if anything, going to be called on Jenna Fuller.
But do you see what happens with, I just remember I love that play right there by Katie Muller, that she got down a stance. When somebody sets a screen on you and your person's dribbling the ball, that's a bad time for you. Something bad's going to happen, so you got to be your best defender. She got down in a stance and fought through. That caused the moving screen.
Somebody's wide open. Nikki Muller was in the corner but didn't streak to the basket. Now Sears is wide open. Boy, Dowling felt like they maybe could have had a better shot there. Here's Ellie all the way. That's going to be a blocking foul. And a really hard hit. I can't tell who it was down there.
Yeah, I think that's Fuller.
Jenna took a hard hit to the core.
And it's a hard call because I think it was the right call. I do think it was a block, but she was doing what needed to be done. It just wasn't executed perfectly. Hopefully she's all right.
Step aside for a short break. 45-24, Dowling leads.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Welcome back. There was the foul called. Valley, that was their 5th foul anyway, so Ellie Muller goes to the floor. She knocks down her first. Jenna Fuller did walk off. Most likely just the wind knocked out of her. She went back into the training room. Hopefully see her back here in the second half.
Tough kid, too, right?
Yeah.
Sophomore there trying to take the charge on the senior and did everything right. Just a little bit off balance there.
Taylon White gets blocked. Dowling leads the class in blocks per game. No surprise
That's
there.
surprising.
Yeah, who would have thought? Shot clock is dead here. Can
Dowling going to try and execute here.
Dowling get 50 in the first half. They average 59 a game.
Well,
Madison
they got a
Rice
chance.
for three, no good. Gets her own rebound. Now Moeller for three, and she got it.
There you go.
Wow. What a first half for the Dowling Catholic Maroons. 50-24. Dowling leads over Valley. We'll be back for the second half of action. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
It's the Start Something New sales event happening now at Yarman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Knoxville, Iowa. Take up to $13,000 off new 2026 Ram 1500s with Conquest Cash or 0% for 60 months. 2025 Ram Heavy Duties, over $12,000 off MSRP on select units. And on all new Rams, receive best-in-class 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. And 2025 Wranglers, up to $10,000 off with Stellantis loyalty. Yarman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Knoxville, Iowa.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
What if you could make a priceless difference in your community for as little as $5? With the Des Moines Catholic Worker House, you can. For nearly 50 years, the Des Moines Catholic Worker House has given the homeless and low-income community a place to feel welcomed. With your support, we could turn 3,000 free meals each month into 4,000. We could build a brand new warming and cooling center in our future facility. We could provide more hygiene products, more clothing, and more hope to those who need it most. Feed the hungry, clothe a neighbor, and spread your generosity throughout Des Moines by scanning the QR code on the screen right now. Donate online via PayPal or mail a check to make a priceless difference in your community today. Thank you so much for your support.
It's the Start Something New sales event happening now at Yarman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Ames, Iowa. Take up to $13,000 off new 2026 Ram 1500s with Conquest Cash or 0% for 60 months. 2025 Ram Heavy Duties, over $12,000 off MSRP on select units. And on all new Rams, receive best-in-class 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. And 2025 Wranglers, up to $10,000 off with Stellantis loyalty. Yarman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Ames, Iowa.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game. Second half of action ready to get going here in just a few moments. Dowling Catholic leads Valley. This is a 3-4 matchup in the rankings. Dowling leads Valley 50-24. An update from Johnston. The Dragons lead Waukee Northwest 32-31. But tonight, sometimes, Chris, you just can't miss. Sometimes everything just works. And Coach Meyer's team, everything's just working tonight.
Yeah, I think we talked about this last week, actually. I heard a quote from Matt Painter that was saying, sometimes it's when you play a team in a season. I think right now Valley's the victim of that, right? Dowling had a bit of a hiccup last week. They have come out guns a-blazing and really done a great job executing their game plan, right? Both the Muller sisters have been great, but I also want to compliment the whole team. I think everybody's been locked in to what efficient offense looks like for them. They've done a great job. Going to be a tall task for Valley to get back into this one.
Take a look at the CIML standings. Waukee Northwest can take a dent into Johnston's lead if they can get a win tonight. And then if Dowling can beat them, then technically Waukee Northwest, it gets into a very messy tiebreaker situation. All I'm saying is Johnston's probably going to lose at least twice, maybe 3 times for them to even be knocked out of the number 1 spot in the general rankings. Dowling and Waukee Northwest, yeah, I said that.
And let me ask you, when's the last time Johnston lost?
65 games ago. In the state title game to Pleasant Valley, which would be
But it might be tonight. It's close.
Yeah,
it's close, right?
You just never know. But Dowling obviously looking forward most likely to that game against Johnston. That's going to be such a big one on February 3rd. For Valley, though, I saw 6-4 in the rankings. You lose tonight, you drop to 6-5. I don't think there's a world where Valley drops out of the top 8. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they will, because they get a lot of credit for being the CIML. It's a tough schedule night in and night out. I think no matter what, they're going to host playoff games. But
we were talking, they still have business to take care of, right? The only way is they got to take care of their business.
Yeah.
Davenport North, got to take care of business.
Yep.
Centennial, take care of business. Urbandale.
Yep.
As long as
win
you
the games you're supposed to win,
then they'll be fine.
You're not going to get,
I 100%
you're not going to be dropped. Dowling Catholic gets Ankeny Centennial and Waukee after this, and then the game against Johnston. All 3 of those games at home. Dowling's been on a road trip here.
West Coast swing.
Northwest last Tuesday, Urbandale last Friday, and now here at Valley here on a Tuesday. Now, keep an eye out on Friday. I say that as a person who doesn't like the cold, but there is a chance games might not happen on Friday for how cold it's supposed to be.
Be weather conscious.
Yeah,
be weather aware.
Tylee White for 3, no good. And Muller's on the rebound.
Boy, how good does she look tonight? Oh, good cut.
Sears cutting to the basket, trips on her way down, but is able to get it away.
Another good cut. Oh, Sears is hurt,
yeah,
though.
Sears took a really awkward step. She was holding her knee in the first half, and now it's her ankle of some sort. I was going to say, we were waiting on a trainer to come out there for a second. Something in her ankle. She kind of got tripped trying to go to the basket. And
too bad, too. She made a really good basketball play because what happened, sometimes she was open on the three-point line. And I love what she did. She didn't just stand there. She cut and made a good play. Sometimes that happens. You get a little mixed up. Hopefully she can get up and put a little weight on it, and hopefully it's just a sprained ankle on this one.
Definitely a heavy limp.
I always think that's one thing, for both boys and girls, especially for boys, I would say. But for anytime you're that freshman and playing up, though, and just there's a little more physicality. Sometimes it's hard. You get those bumps and bruises as the year goes along. It's a grind for those young kids.
The universe is testing it.
Yeah, no doubt.
So
she's tough, though.
Tess Carmichael comes in for Adrian Sears.
I think, too, if you're Coach Uthoff right now, though, you've probably challenged your kids in the locker room and been like, hey, we might not win this game, but this is a rival, and we want to make sure we send a message, because you could see them again at the state tournament. You want to make sure you send a message that we can play with you.
It's been 3 years since Valley beat Dowling. Got to go back to 2023. Uthoff hands off to White. Boy, she drew a double, but ball was tipped. And if you're Dowling, Chris, leading by 26, do you stray aggressive, keep trying to do what you've been doing as the shot clock hits 0? Do you keep doing what you've been doing for those first 2 quarters and then maybe in the fourth let up? Or how do you play a game like this?
Well, in their case, it's really easy. Yes, you just keep doing the same thing because their offensive execution. Yeah, you don't want to just come down and necessarily
dribble the ball out.
Yeah, but that's not the way they play, and they run great half-court offense. I'll tell you what, their coaching staff was thrilled about getting a shot clock violation because that shows they're still playing good defense.
Nice spin and turn for Katie, but couldn't quite get it to fall. Valley trying to string a couple points together here with Bailey Uthoff.
I think that's been what's been most impressive, though, tonight. Sometimes when you have a good offensive night, everyone sees those stats. It's really started on the defensive end for Dowling, though.
Adams got a free lane and gets fouled on the way up. Olivia's been trying that a couple times tonight. She's finally able to have it paid off.
Well, I think you're seeing it, and it gets hard. But if Valley were to play a team like Dowling or Dowling again, one thing that I think they're going to learn is with the players they have got to reverse the ball a couple times to loosen up the defense and then attack.
Yeah. Pretty crazy. 12 points that Valley had in the second quarter all came off three-pointers.
Really?
Adams made the first, missed the second, tries a three off the rebound.
Good hustle by Avery Moon here. Good job.
Moon is on the board.
Keep playing hard. That's good.
She's had so many good takes tonight, just hasn't been able to get it to go. Picked up by Ellie Moeller. And Carmichael trying to go baseline. Valley getting a little handsy here, trying to keep things out of the passing lanes. Katie, step back three-pointer, shorts it. Carmichael skies for the rebound.
She's played really well tonight.
Katie tries her luck again, and this time it goes. 21 for the junior.
24 is what 24. They got on the board.
Yep, that's right.
How about that?
White, not afraid to go down low, but just can't find it.
Run the floor, run the floor.
Boy,
good job, good job.
Yeah. They're starting to front her down low, and I think that's been the big difference maker.
And then getting that help, they got to get there quicker. Good job, though. You know, and here's the deal. You just don't let the same thing happen over and over again, right? So they're trying some different things, and they're executing them, which is good.
Tenley Utah checks in. No Sears on the bench yet. That would not be a great loss. I mean,
no,
it would be a tough loss for Dowling, averaging 8 points a game.
Good roll.
Muller down low, kind of waited to see if she got the contact. Now gets the putback to go.
How about that? A little Moses Malone right there. Missed that. Take away your sister's assist, but get yourself an extra offensive rebound.
But we'll see what happens with Sears. But, yeah, it's a tough.
I hate to see that.
Tough break if it's anything too serious. Try to keep an eye on her if she comes back to the bench. Rose over to Moon. Good cut by Avery and got it to go off glass.
See, though, that was Carrie Rose with the good hard cut. That forced Ellie Muller to come over and help, and then she was able to drop it off, and Moon was able to get a clean look. Good offensive basketball by Valley. Good pass.
Wide open. Madison Rice down low, but she shorts it and then gets a foul on the other end. They've had a couple of those tonight, a couple easy layups, just kind of a little too aggressive. Madison.
I like that from Valley, though, right? Trying to pick the pressure up the court a little bit and make them play a full court game.
Nikki Moeller will check out. Molly Austin for the first time tonight is in. Averaging 1.5 points per contest. Moon left wide open for three. Katie says, sorry, Molly, I'll take that rebound.
I want that.
Madison Rice just stops and fires and hits.
I really am a believer in like basketball karma, and there's been so many people on the Dowling team right now that have done so many little things correctly, and then the game rewards you by shots going in when you play it the right way. I like the cuts by Valley, though. They're working hard. There's been no quit in them this third quarter.
White.
Good attack.
Picked up by Muller. Tiley goes all the way. Not there. Now another push. Carmichael. Let's see what Ellie can do on a drive. She instead steps back and takes a three and misses everything. She's tried 2 threes tonight. Unfortunately, none have connected with the rim. She kind of laughs about it, says, I know.
You said she's a smiler.
She's like, I know.
She looked over at Coach Meyer and was like, yeah. She had that look like, all right.
But she can do that.
Yeah,
and that's a big part of her game that I think sometimes we forget that she can shoot from out there.
I think, though, sometimes those are the kind of shots you want when it's an equal matchup, right? When you can work a little harder to get a better shot than that, and that's probably she knows it, and Coach Meyer knows it.
Rose got Austin in the air.
Good move.
Gets the layup to drop.
Carrie's played well tonight.
She's got 7.
Okay, I like this now. Maybe a little,
She had Molly. Instead, she goes back to her sister.
There you go. Now you got to rotate back. They can't give up a layup.
I was going to say Rice was down low. Didn't quite follow through with the cut.
Yeah, pretty good execution by Valley that time, though.
Good defense by Tenley Utah. Now down low to Muller, and Ellie gets it to go off glass. But if you're Avery Moon, I feel like you have just played great defense tonight. Sometimes it's just she's even looking to the sideline. She's like, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do.
And here's the deal, if we're being honest. It doesn't, I don't say this lightly about the other, but that's not on Avery Moon. She's not going to beat her one-on-one. That's on the help position coming over and being more alert quicker.
Here's Moon for 3, in and out.
I guarantee you, if you're playing in the driveway, playing one-on-one, it's a lot easier to score than if you're playing 5-on-5 in a high school basketball game.
Muller, look at that. Pass.
But the entry passes tonight, she's done a great job sealing, but the entry passes have been fantastic by Dowling.
At this point, there might be a competition. Which one, Ellie or Katie's going to score more? Right now, Ellie has overtaken Katie with 26.
Maybe they saw those Rock Valley sisters.
I was going to say.
And they had a little something to prove.
As someone that made the graphic for those Rock Valley girls, I might have to be making a Dowling.
Uh-oh.
Just very impressive what these two have done tonight. And it's the top 5
sisterly
matchup.
love.
Utah loses on the way up.
Good D. Good D. I think, though, too, let's compliment Dowling, though. When you had a lead like this, pretty impressive. That's almost their second shot clock violation of the quarter, so that shows they're still playing hard.
And the feel for tonight, not a lot of fouls. I mean, just not a lot of fouls. We had 39 fouls called in the boys' game last week for Valley and Ankeny. It was a painful game. You would have hated it. But it was quite the basketball game, and it's just amazing how
different.
Each crew is different.
Oh, good D, run with her, get out and go.
Good steal by Utah. Nikki Muller. Well, I thought we'd get a kickball. There's a 3 from the top of the key by Rose. Tenley got the rebound.
Tenley's played well. She's been very active tonight as well.
I truly think she can be one of the better players in her class, just being a freshman. What class is that? 20? Is that 2030?
I think it's 2030.
Oh, gosh, I can't think about that. Adams for 3.
It does remind me. I hope Jenna Fuller is doing all right. We haven't seen her back in the second half.
Katie Muller for 3. Off the front iron. Sears is back on the bench. There's an update for Dowling. I bet
and
out
Jenna
of precaution.
is down on the bench.
So good to see those two back out.
In her sweatshirt, which
I doubt we also see Sears.
Good look.
Meredith on the other end and gets the layup to drop. Her first points of the night. Yeah, I bet Dowling probably goes deep into the bench.
And probably going to go by pretty fast because it's going to get the running clock here pretty.
Hey, good take, good take. One.
I spoke too soon.
She's good. I mean,
she really is.
She's really good.
And I think she's going to be one of those type of players that the older she gets, has a little bit of that Romy Croat in terms of like just physical and tough. And I think as she gets older, it's going to be even more of a challenge to guard her.
Meredith will dribble it out. We go to the fourth quarter. All Dowling in this one. 64-33. Maroons lead over the Tigers. We'll be back for the fourth. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Run. Jump. Lift. Swim. Compete. Connect. Breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
One more quarter to go here at Valley High School. Dowling Catholic leads their rivals 64-33. Blake Walker, Chris Larson along with you here this evening. Top 4 matchup. Dowling ranked 3rd, the latest IGHSAU polls. Valley is ranked number 4. New rankings come out tomorrow. If Northwest loses to Johnston tonight, I assume Northwest would hang on to second because they have the win against Dowling, but at the same time,
it's a tough
I feel
one,
like
though.
this is going to turn some heads here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nikki Muller gets in on the action and knocks down the three-pointer. So we got another Muller added to the Muller total.
Why not, right?
I'll check that total.
I'll
try to.
Good question, though, Blake. What do you do with the 2 and 3 spot?
Because we talked about it. It's a coveted spot.
I'm not going to lie. I think I'd probably put Dowling up at 2 after this convincing win. I mean, I get it. It kind of stings.
Yeah.
They're going to it's all going to play itself out right on the court.
Northwest and Dowling still will play each other again.
Time.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I just think as you look at it. But that's hard to do to a team when they just beat them last week, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. But They also, Northwest lost to this Valley team.
All loose on the floor. Madison Rice picks it up. Dowling's original starters, minus Sears, are on the floor. Got a timeout here for the Maroons.
It's kind of fun, though. We can talk about this a little bit in the boys' game, too. How much more fun is high school basketball with the rankings and everything? That you do kind of have something to look forward to, and the kids enjoy it.
Get into it. And I won't toot my own horn, but
go ahead, toot away.
When I was in high school, Bound was not a thing. IA Sports was not a thing.
Right.
There were not social media.
Register.
There were not social media putting out stuff that kids enjoy because they're on their phones. They're scrolling through social media. And now that we have that, people know what's happening.
Absolutely.
Like back then, you didn't really know. You'd show up, you'd have your quick stats nerds, and they would look through it all. But it's just nowadays.
As a coach, it's kind of humbling because it used to be the coaches knew, right?
Yeah.
We knew everybody,
and
but
the kids
now
weren't
everybody
to
knows.
Know.
Yeah.
Guys, this is an auto. It's not the type of game you think it is, and now everybody knows.
Oh my goodness!
Katie Muller from the logo knocks that one down.
Yikers!
27 tonight. She passes her sister right back. There's Nikki Muller with the block.
It's like a teeter-totter. Back and forth we go. And I think that puts it at running clock, so this is going to go pretty quickly.
Yeah, 70-33. Now it has to get back down to 25 to then change the running clock. It's a statement night for Dowling. There really is no other words for it. Carmichael at the top of the key. Ellie down low, off glass and good. What are you checking out? What are you looking for?
Just checking out some things. Let's see what we got. I'm really curious to see which Muller is going to end up with more points.
About 10-15 minutes after the conclusion of this one, we will have the boys' game for Dowling Catholic and Valley. Tylee White can't get that one to drop.
Stay tuned for that one, too.
You look at it and you're like, well, maybe not, but Valley still looking for that first win on the year. You're home.
So what do you think, though, on that right there, Blake? If you're the little sister of the group, like she's standing wide open for the kick out, and
decide.
She's like, hey, I was open. Give it up.
I tell you what, though.
Look at she was ready again.
Valley you can't let tonight deter you because you're going to be 2 straight losses. You got to wake up because on Friday night you go to Northwest where you know it's going to be tough. Yeah. This is a you got to look yourself in the mirror kind of moment in the season here for Valley where, yes, you talked about it. Wins will come.
Yep.
But sometimes you got to go through a rocky spot.
Got to figure it out. That's the fun of a season, too.
Yeah.
And as a coaching staff, as players, you just got to make sure losses are purposeful, right? Like it's not that you're never going to lose or that you should never lose, but it's when you do lose that you learn from it and it makes you better so you can go win a game maybe that you wouldn't have. You should stop the clock here. Yeah, there you go. They're on it.
I was saying, Ellie knocks down the first. I was saying it's a home game for Valley. Maybe they don't.
Yeah.
Kind of want to keep that clock moving.
I always think it goes by so fast when you get these out of hands, and there's going to be some people who get some playing time. And so if anybody doesn't know, in high school, 35-point rule, so the clock runs unless you stop for a timeout or a free throw.
I am surprised that Muller is still in. Both Mullers are. I mean, this is the original starting lineup minus Adrian Sears, who is down with an injury on the bench.
Yeah,
it was looking good standing around, but I am surprised they're still keeping him in.
Sometimes these are the ones that sneak up on you, though, because you weren't expecting this. Sometimes you go into a game as a coach and you're kind of like ready, I'm going to try and get him out quickly. This one I'm sure was probably not even close to their mind that it would be a running clock in this one.
Dowling goes to Centennial on Friday night. Here's a three-pointer from the wing that splashes home for Lillian Stamets.
Nice shot, Lillian.
Sophomore able to knock down the three. Dowling faces Centennial at home. Not going to be easy by any means. Ankeny Centennial's kind of figuring things out. They upset Ankeny last week.
I saw that.
They got ranked. I think that took a little too long. I think they should have been ranked a little bit ago. But Ankeny Centennial, a team that graduated 12 seniors last year, There's an and one. Ellie Muller just continues to work hard tonight.
Sometimes, though, you're also coaching different things, and I saw Coach Meyer right there really get up, and she was exasperated about. I think there was an intentionality about the physical presence for Ellie tonight. Excuse me, right? Yeah, for Ellie.
Yep.
For Ellie, and because of that, she loved seeing that move to end because she's seen a physical presence. It, just to be quite honest, wasn't there last week for whatever reason. But when you respond to a loss like that, that makes your coaches really excited.
So I got 35 for Ellie Muller unofficially.
It's a good
and
night.
And the rest I'll have to check. 14 plus 13, 27 for Katie. Quick math, 35 plus 27. 57 points combined.
That's pretty good.
I mean, that's
pretty good.
That's very good. It's still 21 more than what Valley has as a team. Incredible night for those two. And then I guess if you want to throw in Nikki Muller, makes it an even 60.
Good take.
Davis in and out. Boy, tonight's just kind of been that kind of night.
Just kind of how it's gone, hasn't it been?
In goes Jalen George in for Valley.
Like I said, I don't think anybody was probably thinking some of these kids were going to see court time tonight, you know? But that's just sometimes the way a night goes.
You get later in the season, Chris, you almost just kind of expect that. You know you're probably not going to play.
Right? You're like, hey.
Our lineups tighten up. Some
then
teams
you got to go get a bucket if you get out there, though.
Some teams only go 6 deep.
Yep.
It's like my Waukee Northwest prep sheet. It's really only 6 guys, in all honesty.
Although they're getting some solid contributions out of those 2 guys off the bench, and I think that can be big for them down the stretch.
That'll be a fun one tonight on the boys' side for Johnston and Northwest. Johnston's kind of one of those pesky teams.
Want a little fun fact out here?
Yeah.
Number 1, Kate Clendenin.
Yep.
My wife's law school roommate's daughter.
There you go.
What do you think? Kate looking good out there.
Just a sophomore out on the floor.
Yeah.
Turnover going back the other way.
All right, let's see if somebody can't get a bucket here, right? Let's get a bucket.
Big minutes for Coach Uthoff to just kind of see what his bench has got. Obviously, I think he really liked the Stamets shot. I thought her shot was great. One's off the
Kate with a rebound. Pushing it up. Hit it.
Wide open is Emerson Flattery. Can't get it to drop. George and them fight for the rebound, and it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to go to Dowling.
I think I had issues in life because as a coach, these were always obviously more when we were on the winning side. But I always wanted these kids work hard in practice, and they practice every day. I'm always like, come on, let's get some buckets out here for these guys. So you're going to get to one of my pet peeves when it gets under 30 seconds and they just sit and dribble it up front. I'm like, you guys, you get like 5 minutes all year, you know?
Earlier this week, Chit Chat Wright hit a half-court buzzer beater for the Iowa women. And Jeff Linder, who is their beef reporter, he's like, that's why even in women's basketball, don't dribble out the clock with 4 seconds left. Even in girls basketball, he's like, it might seem impossible, but at least try.
Good
There's
finish.
an and one there for Dominique Davis.
We've seen her a couple times. I think she's got a bright future for Valley. She's had some good minutes. But try and score.
Yeah.
Like I've just never quite followed the whole it's unsportsmanlike to, I mean,
Davis.
It's a game.
Davis keeps Valley from going scoreless this quarter. They did not have a point before that.
Running clock though too.
That'll do
plays,
it.
Plays. Good, Dowling. See if you can get a bucket.
That one knocked away.
They're gonna have to hurry though.
Well, did she touch it?
She
before
touched
it went
it.
Out? Yeah, she touched it.
Well, that
before
might
it went
give
out.
Valley. Come on, Valley. Go get a.
See if they can get one shot here before
Run
this
a little
thing ends
best
out.
out of bounds play. See if you can't get a bucket. Gotta go.
They had a chance there with Stamets. 2
There you
seconds. Davis all the way and gets it to go.
Good take. Good take.
Domination from Dowling Catholic tonight. Number 3 Dowling defeats number 4 Valley 79-41 is your final score. The Maroons had 50 at halftime and just simply did not look back. An incredible game for the Maroons. They will move to 13-2 on the season. Valley drops to 8-6. If you're Coach Meyer, tonight is the perfect film that you could ask for.
Fantastic execution, right? This is when you can't wait to get back in the locker room and say, see, girls, when we do what we need to do, and we all do it, and it was execution by everyone, right? We talked about the Mullers did a lot of the scoring, but it was execution on the defensive end and full domination. Really great job. Now, if you're Valley, though, you only got a couple days, and you got to respond before Friday because you got a big one coming up Friday, and there's no rest for the weary.
We'll take a break and get you back for the boys' game. Dowling Catholic defeats Valley 79-41. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network. Welcome back to Valley High School. It's part 2 of our doubleheader tonight. On the boys' side, Dowling Catholic at 11-1, currently ranked number 3 in the rankings, takes on the Valley Tigers at 0-12. Valley still looking for their first win of 2025-2026 season. Blake Walker, Chris Larson along with you here. You hear that. You hear the records, you hear the rankings, you throw all those in there, but don't turn away yet, because it feels like tonight you always get a rivalry game. Coach Ricky, the team's going to gel here. It takes time. Nothing happened. They didn't build Rome in a day, but things can work together. It's night in and night out here in boys basketball. A Dowling team that coming off the big win against Urbandale. We're not saying they overlook them, Chris, but it definitely feels like not a trap game, but definitely could be tough.
Well, let's start off on the Valley side. This is going to sound like a cliche, but they are not 0-12 team.
Yeah.
Right? And anybody who knows anything about Central Iowa high school basketball would tell you that. They are a solid, good basketball team. They're the same team that had Waukee Northwest down 4 at halftime.
Yeah.
They went and played Waukee really tough. This is a solid team with some really good players. They haven't quite put enough possessions together to beat some of these really good teams, but they have the ability and the potential to do that. So keep that in mind. On the flip side, me and you were talking before we came on air, and I think one of the big things is a really mature win at Urbandale for Dowling, right? And when we say mature, tough loss to Northwest, right? Northwest is really good. But what you have to do, we talked about in the girls' games, is take losses and lead them to playing better basketball. They maybe lost the Northwest game, but it led to beating Urbandale. It'll be interesting to see, this mature team, can they do the same thing against Valley tonight?
Let's talk about some of our players to watch tonight. We'll start out with Dowling Catholic. Their leading scorer, Noah Martins, 12.5 points per contest. They have a lot of guys that score, but Noah's the playmaker. He gets the guys the basketball, 5 assists per game. He can rebound, he can shoot. He's kind of what gets this whole thing put together.
He's outstanding. He's been playing varsity for a couple of years. Really good player, really super quick. You saw that on the highlights. He can create some chaos on the defensive end. And then, he scores his, but he also gets all of his teammates involved. Really fun player to watch. I'm excited to see what he can do tonight.
He's a make-it-all type of player. Right? You can see highlights from big games against Waukee and Waukee Northwest. They've come up big. He's a lot of fun to watch. On the other side for Valley, Keen Jorgensen, the junior, 10 points per contest. He's the only Valley player in double digits, but he's been a consistent factor in a season that just hasn't seen a ton of consistency for Valley. They've been through so many different lineups, but Keen Jorgensen, he makes the most out of it, and he can play basketball.
Well, I think what's really big for Keen for this Valley team is he can create some of his own offense. Now, I think what gets a little bit tricky at times, right, is how do you be a multiplier, right, and create your own offense. Keep doing that part. Also, do a good job getting your teammates involved and setting them up for some easy baskets. I know he has that in his game, but he's just figuring out how to be a good lead guard. He's left-handed, always makes that a little tougher. Again, it's his home gym. It's against his cross-city rival. I know he'll be ready to play tonight.
Going to be a fun night of basketball ahead. Just about a minute left here till our starting lineup, so we'll just stick around here. Good crowd on hand here tonight. Good pep band on hand. We talked about it in the pregame. Audie Crooks is here. Wow, our producer knew what I was going to talk about. Audie Crooks is in town checking out the Valley Tigers. Now, no, she did not go to Valley and she did not go to Dowling. She went to Bishop Garrigan, which is all the way up in Algona, but
she knows the thing about crosstown rivalries, right, with the private school and the public school, so maybe she just into the rivalry.
And I got to say, supporting girls basketball in the state of Iowa, that's really the best part of it. Iowa in general, I don't know if you saw the post on social media, Iowa and Iowa State are the 2 most watched women's basketball teams in the country this year.
Doesn't surprise
No surprise that they like to go watch women's basketball as well here at the lower levels. It's awesome to see Audie Crooks out there.
And what a great ambassador she is for the game, right? Like, everything you see of her is so wonderful. So fun to have her here tonight. Hopefully she gets to see a good one.
Yeah. Dowling Catholic 11-1. Valley still looking for their first win of the season. Coming off a loss on Saturday to Dubuque Senior, 78-53. Dowling coming off a top 10 victory against Urbandale, 68-61 on the road. We'll see what happens here tonight. Dowling won the last matchup 73-40. Let's go down to the floor for tonight's starting lineups.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Valley High School in the Double Cold Iron Field House for tonight's boys varsity basketball basketball game between the Maroons of Dowling Catholic High School and your Valley Tigers. The officials for tonight's game are Sean Peterson, Mark Royer, and David Lutz. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Maroons of Dowling Catholic High School, number 0, Alfred Coley. Number 2, Nathan Jenkins. Number 10, Charlie Crane. Number 11, Noah Martin. And number 13, Maddox Capola. Maroons are led by head coach Justin Anderson, and the assistant coaches are James Mayhouse, Zachary Nicholson, and Kevin O'Hare. And now, the starting lineup for your Valley Tigers. Number 10, Keane Jorgensen. Number 12, James Attaway. Number 14, Jack Tracy. Number 15, Colton Remick. And number 40, Eddie Heibel. Tigers are led by head coach Brian Rickey. The assistant coaches are Tyler Anderson, Josh Fry, and Kevin Pierce.
Getting ready to go here this evening. Final thoughts, Chris, before we get this one going. Again, we talked about it. Two teams on the complete opposite spectrum for how their seasons are going, but you just never know in matchups like this.
Yeah, one thing I was a little disappointed to see, Braden Strobel, it looks like he's out with an injury, which too bad, because I think, you remember him at Waukee? I thought he provided a little bit of a physical presence for Valley, and that's something they're going to need tonight, right? They're going to have to match physically with the front court of Dowling, so that'll be something to keep an eye on as we get the night started.
Valley in white, Dowling in maroon. Valley wins the opening tip from Colton Remich, and we are underway. Valley averaging 51 points per contest, Dowling 60. Here's a three-pointer to start us off. It's in and out for Remich.
Yep, good look, good look. Kind of a little set play look that they were able to get a good look at three.
And again, you just think about the opposites. Last time Dowling played here at Valley High School, they were the unranked team. Valley was number 1.
Isn't that funny?
It was last December, and Dowling upset Valley to start the season. Here's a strong take to the basket by one of our players to watch. Noah Martins gets Dowling on the board first.
He was a big part of that upset last year, and he continues to play good basketball. Really, really like his game.
There's Attaway.
He can score.
Definitely been picking it up here as the season's going on. Jorgensen throws it over top, just trying to keep away from the length that Dowling has. You know, we talked about it in the girls' game, and it applies to the boys' game, too. Dowling just has a little bit more length than Valley has on the floor.
It's just, there's no getting around that, right? You got to be sound with the basketball. You got to take care of it. Length is a big part of basketball, and it makes it much harder to play against.
Well, they try to swing it to Crane, and it's out of bounds. Both teams tonight have a couple just arid passes just over top to start.
But give credit to Valley right there. The same thing that we talked about in the girls' game, right? If you're undersized, one thing you have to do is you can't wait and react after a cut. You got to jam the cutters and don't let them play freely, because then that's where you get yourself in trouble.
Attaway to the basket and gets it to drop.
Yeah, he can score. He can score. You know, really nice left there, and a good start for Jaden.
Nathan Jenkins, one of the team captains, there in the corner for a moment. Here's Maddox Capola. Now over to Jenkins for three, and he splashes it home.
Yeah, good kick. Dribble penetration, get a piece of that paint, kick it out, set up your jump shooter on the weak side. Really nice job.
Romich thought about a three and decides to hand this one off to Jack Tracy, a sharpshooter in his own.
We talked about this in the Waukee game. Valley, in order to stay in these games, right, they really got to execute at a high level.
Attaway, boy, if he's on, he's going to have a good night, and that's a good sign for Valley as he knocks down the fadeaway.
And I like that, right? It was under 10 on the shot clock. They moved the ball a little bit, softened up the defense. That's how you lead yourself to an upset.
Charlie Crane going to work, and he gets fouled down low by Heibels.
Coach Einerson loves running that 1-4 high stuff, getting those two bigs, the ball on the elbow, do some back cutting by the wings. It's really hard to guard, especially with two such skilled and talented big guys.
They get a throw-in opportunity underneath. Here's Alfred Coley. Hard to believe Coley's still not averaging double digits. Sure feels like he's been close.
Wow.
Here's a three-pointer by Martins that's off back iron.
Good D so far by Valley. They've really started off the night well.
Jorgensen trying to work on Coppola, and nothing going.
Thought Attaway was going to take a look for another.
Well, the way he's been looking early, I don't hate
patience.
it. Tracy, good pass. Heibels up underneath and couldn't get it to go past Crane.
Good offense there, but when you're shooting over 6'10", it just gets a little more difficult.
Coley left wide open for three. Not quite his shot, but he can't get it to drop off the corner.
Oh, piece, yeah.
Jorgensen got that one partially blocked. Dowling going to try to run. Attaway stood like a wall in front. They're going to keep giving it to Alfred. He'll take this one, and this time he says, hey, you might want to guard me just a little bit closer. Knocks down the long three.
He's got a lot in his bag, right? His athleticism, but that jump shot's coming around. Really, really good junior.
Attaway through the double, now holds back. Jorgensen fades, can't hit. Might be those type of shots they have to take with Charlie Crane down low. There's Coley trying to work down on the low post and gets the foul but can't get the shot. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
That's where the matchup gets tricky, right? That's why I was talking about the Braden Schobel being out of there. That's a tough loss for them because I think you can see that they have Heibels who can match up with one of their bigs, but kind of missing that second big. But just as I say that, here comes kind of a favor to yours.
Came in 21 of 39. He misses that first one, so just over 50%. Now, Coley will shoot his second.
Chase Storbeck, correct? Am I saying that right?
Checks in.
And he's going to have to do a good job. He's a young kid out there, but he's going to have to.
Had great minutes, in my opinion, against Ankeny.
Yep. So it'll be fun to watch him, right?
Playing is just his fourth game of the season. He's number 52 down in the low post.
That's what you call baptism by fire, Blake.
Attaway. Here's Ryder Knapp. Changed numbers on me. He was number 3 for most of the season. He switched it recently to number 1. Isn't it that the smallest numbers are the tightest jerseys? That one's up and good for Keith Jorgensen.
I like the offense. Do you see when they are a little more patient and they let that shot clock go? Just wears down the defense. They're going to go to that 2-3 zone now. Or kind of a 2-1-2 look.
There's Coppola for 3. And the football player knocks down the 3. Missed part of the season because of an injury that he sustained during football. Take a quick 30-second timeout. Coach Ricky with a teaching moment with Storbeck at least. As timeout is called. 12-6. Dowling leads over Valley in the early portions. 3:14 to go. Take a look at Justin Einerson. 38-21 record at Dowling Catholic. A Dowling program that hasn't been to the state tournament since 2020, which seems crazy, but they've been close and they feel like they can get over the edge this year.
Absolutely. They have the team to do it this year, no doubt about it. They have all the pieces. I think it starts with a physical strength. Again, I think some of these teams that are starting to separate themselves is because physically they're learning how to dominate on the defensive end. They have the skill, right, to score points and put points on the board. But I think when they're at their best is when they're really learning how to play that good physical defense.
And we've talked about Dowling's defense in the past. 47 points per game given up. Now, they gave up 72 to Northwest. That kind of inflated that number just a little bit. But overall,
1-2-2, three-quarter court trap here. Let's see what Valley does against it.
Kind of a loose ball picked up here for Jorgensen. Working on Coley. That one's stripped and out.
That's where length, it's not just blocking shots, right? It's deflections. That was just supposed to be a kick out, but they're so long, they make it really hard.
Audie Crooks on her phone. She almost didn't see that ball coming at her.
Audie, wake up. Come on. You know the ball's coming to you always.
I believe the Cyclones got Cincinnati this week. Trying to get back on track for the clones. Attaway
like
all the
it.
way. Not going to go. Storbeck tried to fight for the rebound. That is going to stay with Valley.
I like the take, though. He's right there. Got to finish at the rim.
Have a throw in here this time for Jack Tracy. Here's Storbeck, picked up by Coppola.
Good.
Good defense by Maddox that time. Tracy just stops and fires a three. It's off back iron. Coppola's on the boards. Martin's got free. Instead, gives up the opportunity. Here comes the passing clinic by the Maroons. Keyless is on the floor now. He fires a three from the wing and splashes it home.
We talked about him last week, right? He's a scorer. He comes off the bench hot.
And his numbers have gone down because of it, but you know that you have a scorer. I mean, at one point, he averaged 12 points per contest this year. He's down to 9. But he still makes plays when it counts. Jorgensen goes all the way, can't get it to go. Storbeck can't get the putback to drop. Valley cold to start this one. Here's a three-pointer by Sam Ralston, and he hits.
Tell you what, Dowling Catholic came into this gym hot tonight, right? Both the girls and the boys are really hot from the three-point line.
5 3-pointers for the Maroons, 18-6 Dowling leads. And you said it, boys and girls. Storbeck to the glass and can't get it to drop. But you see where I'm coming from.
I do.
He's got a good shape to him. He's able to get to the rim. He's not afraid. Ralston again,
Oh,
yes.
boy. Their ball movement is fantastic right now, right? They're finding the open person, and they're knocking down the open jump shots.
6 3-pointers, all in the first quarter for the Maroons, as that one's kicked out of bounds.
Just crazy, isn't it? I mean, it's just how it goes sometimes when you're Valley. Just it can get on you in a hurry.
Yeah. I have a throw-in opportunity here. Sam Strawn is in the ball game. Another one, 6.5 points per game off the bench for Valley.
We saw him catch fire though that one night. He can shoot it.
3-pointer by Ryder Knapp is off the mark. Rebound taken away by Sam Ralston.
I think they're. Yeah, I don't know if they're in manner zone right now. I can't tell.
That's good coaching, isn't it?
That's good, right? If I can't tell.
That one out of bounds was last touched.
I used to have some fun with my kids. Like they'd be like, "Are they in manner zone?" I was like, "Well, if you can't tell, why do you think I can tell?"
Hard
Sometimes
to say.
you got to have a little fun with it. Good
They
D.
try to
Good
fit
D.
it down. Storbeck able to knock it away from Crane. There's
There you
Knapp
go.
again for 3. And there's the lid on the basket for the Valley Tigers. Keyless gets fouled from behind by Jaden Attaway.
It gets tricky here because, I mean, coming into it, I think if you're Valley, you got to be a little more selective in your shot selection, work the clock a little bit. But now you're down 15 points, and so it gets tricky.
That was very weird by Nathan Jenkins. Kind of looked like he,
that little fake. Remember how they used to do that?
I don't know if he carried or what.
Refs couldn't tell either, so they're like, we're just going to keep playing.
A carry is different than a high dribble sometimes.
Right? There you go.
Charlie Crane is scoreless this quarter. That's probably going to stay. Good defense down there. 3-pointer by Keyless. In and out.
Good job.
Storbeck skies for the rebound.
Yeah, I like that kid a lot. Yeah, I see exactly what you're seeing. He's playing physical in there. Good job.
Attaway is going to hold here for the final shot. 21-6 is your score. Storbeck down
There.
low, just can't seem to find it. Here comes Crane with 3 seconds through the lane. Off glass, no. Putback is off for Coppola, and that will do it for the end of the first quarter. 21-6, Dowling leads over Valley. We'll be back for the second quarter.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game. Back here at Valley High School for the start of the second quarter. 21-6, Dowling leads over Valley. Blake Walker, Chris Larson along with you here this evening.
Sometimes it's a shooter's game, Blake.
6 3-pointers for Dowling Catholic in that first quarter, Chris. Sometimes you just can't miss. And it seems contagious tonight if you're wearing maroon.
Yep, it sure does. But a lot of that comes off preparation, too, right? They've done a good job sharing the basketball, moving it to the open person on both the boys' and girls' ends. And then your shooting percentages go up.
Got a foul on Ryder Knapp. So a throw-in upcoming this time for Giovanni Keelis.
Trying to get Crane going a little bit here, getting them a couple touches to start this this quarter. Yeah, and
there's Charlie down low, going to get the and one.
That's just senior against freshman, right? Like that's just how it looks sometimes.
Worth noting, 7 different Dowling players have scored tonight.
Yeah, sharing the basketball.
Coach Einerson's got to love that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Really, both with the girls and boys team just have such impressive basketball, right? It's one thing to win, but when you play really good basketball, it's even better. Back to that 1-2-2 3-quarter court trap. Got to be careful. Don't leave each other. Don't leave them alone there. Okay.
3-point play makes it 24-6.
What they gonna? I think they're going to get back into some man-to-man. Again, if you're Valley, you want to move that ball, right? The ball cannot stick.
Storbeck down low in amongst the trees and gets the foul call. He's been trying that all game, and he finally got it to work.
Yeah, he's a big, strong kid. I got a text from one of the real good guys, Jeff Graby, who has a son who's in there. I know he coaches some football at Dowling. Coached my son, coaches in Norwalk. No surprise that he likes this kid because he's a grinder, right? He's a tough grinder. Yeah. This is going to be a kid that is going to be an absolute monster here in a couple of years for Valley. And
Valley's got a good weight program.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He's going to be a big, strong kid. I won't be surprised if he does multiple sports too.
First one in and out. Second one also not going to go off back iron. Capola coming back the other way. Crane spinning. Nope, didn't want to take the shot. Charlie will try again. Off glass and good.
Strong move, right?
We talk about weight room. Charlie Crane in the weight room there.
Don't stop right there, though. Don't stop.
Nice save by Capola to the other end. The layup is up and good for Nathan Jenkins.
Never want to stop right there in that coffin corner, and it's just amazing when they funnel you into it. You got to have the mental discipline not to get suckered into it.
Well, and you think you have both sidelines.
Yeah, you sure do.
Safe, but it's just not there.
You might have got away with a double dribble, yeah.
Yeah. Ryder Knapp takes it down.
Kind of bobbled it on the catch. And
Dowling holds the lead here, 28-6. Couple substitutions here for the Tigers. Dowling will go to Centennial. Well, no, they'll be home against Ankeny Centennial on Friday. Again, I talked about in the girls' game, but keep an eye out on the weather. Good chance that game.
How do you feel about it? How do you feel about this cold, Blake?
I'm just saying, it's the cold that they cancel university classes.
Hey,
that's how cold it's going to get.
I'll take a 3-day weekend.
Off a foot. Here comes Hybels losing his way up and lays it up and in. He's had a couple missed dunks this year, and for my own sake, I was like, Eddie, I hope you just lay it up and in. And he did that. We got a foul down low on Crane. I'm glad Eddie was able to get that one to go.
Good job. Just lay it in, Eddie.
He missed one last Friday, and I thought the same thing.
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
Eddie, you're a good player. I was like,
he is. He's very athletic.
Yeah.
I mean,
gotta lay it up and in. Charlie Crane
nice move on that.
Will shoot 2. And splashes home his first.
We haven't got a good chance to talk about Crane, but just for a big guy, such a nice touch. He's really gotten strong. Just such a good model of what development looks like for a big guy, right? Kind of reminds me, I don't don't know if you remember a guy I had several years ago, Bailey Steele.
Yep.
And he kind of has a similar frame to him and a little bit of skill set. Bailey's played 10 years professional basketball. When you're that big and you can handle it, and he seems, obviously we've only seen him watching it, but he works really hard. He plays hard. You can make a living when you're that big doing that.
T.J. Williams on the floor. T.J. Williams Jr., number 42. He was a spark plug in that game against Ankeny. He played good minutes off the bench. He checks in for the first time tonight. He's a guy that just seems like he has fun playing basketball. No matter the score.
Why wouldn't you, right?
No matter the score.
Oh, look at him.
Trying to go up.
I think he thought he was going to dunk that right there. All right, TJ.
It's fun for a
What
senior.
grade do we got on
Senior.
TJ? He's a senior?
Yeah,
okay.
he is a senior. So one of those guys that's just kind of had to ride the bench for the last couple of years. Heibels for 3.
He's just happy to be out there, right?
Coley can't get it, or gets the rebound, I should say. Coppola stops and fires a 3, and no good.
Yeah, good take. Good
Gonna
take.
push the floor and gets it swatted back by Charlie Crane.
10-on-10 crime right there. That Charlie Crane can erase a lot of mistakes.
In that game against Northwest, a lot of blocks.
Mm-hmm. Travel.
Jorgensen gets the whistle. Got a replay here of the block for Charlie Crane.
And does a nice job of staying vertical. I didn't think he came down on. There's a little body contact, but you're going to let you get away with that as long as you don't hack down.
They moved the ball up. They moved it to half court there is where they brought it back in. Jenkins on the 3. They're doing a good job boxing out Coley down low. They're not going to let him get offensive rebounds. That's what Coach Ricky probably said. He's like, hey, if we give up points, whatever, but we're not giving up offensive rebounds.
Well, and let's compliment Valley. It's hard. I know what the scoreboard says, but they have executed a lot of things that they can control. Just Dowling came out and made 6 threes in the first 4 minutes. And then
second quarter, Dowling hasn't looked as good. Right now, Charlie Crane and Nathan Jenkins are the only ones that have scored. Attaway got the contact and can't get the layup to go. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I'm a broken record, Blake, but playing off 2 feet, right? Got in there, played off 2 feet, was able to absorb the contact. If you go off 1 foot, a lot of times refs don't reward you for that. That's playing strong off 2 feet. Attaway's a good scorer.
Got a shoot tie here. Now Attaway will take the 2. First one's off back iron. Valley not the best free throw shooting team, just 62%. There's a look at the foul again. 62% from the floor. Dowling not that much better, 63%.
Mm-hmm.
Does it ever get to a point, Chris, where, you can't just tell your team make free throws more, but does it ever get to a point where, especially for Dowling, who has aspirations and we do believe will make a run in the state tournament, that you're like, we're going to have to get a little bit better because teams can exploit that if they really wanted to?
I used to just throw a little temper tantrum when they missed and said, stop missing. No.
You're telling me after a game you don't say 50 free throws each kid.
But what you can do, and I do believe this, you dedicate more practice time to it, right? Yeah. And you put them in more situations. And so I actually do think that's something that you can focus on as the year goes along of not just saying, hey, shoot some after practice, but during practice, 10, 15 minutes, show them we're going to make this a point of emphasis.
Foul on Valley. That is their 5th foul already this quarter, so it's free throws the rest of the way. Alfred Coley knocks down his first. This is kind of what happened on Friday night. We had a lot of fouls just in general, but Valley just fouls. They're just a team that tends to foul more.
And I think that's a product of being a little bit undermanned and a little out-physicaled by a lot of the teams. That just happens, and when you watch basketball over a long time, you just realize that it's not.
Yeah.
It's hard. They're trying hard, right? They're competing.
On the outside here for Sam Strawn. Can't get it to drop. 2 Valley players collide there, trying to go after the rebound. Coppola comes back the other way. Coley
good
got
hands.
it stripped away. Nice job by Jorgensen.
Uh-oh.
Hybels all the way up against Charlie Crane and gets the foul.
Yeah,
He'll go to the line
take,
to
good
shoot
hustle.
2.
It's good hustle.
And I think what's just so jarring for a lot of people looking at Valley, 0-12, 3 state championships. If you look at the roster, you knew there was they weren't going to go out and win a championship this year. But I think what really gets people is even the CIML teams of past years, usually they win a game. They win a couple games. That's the thing with Valley. They just come so close that it's kind of jarring to see still no win in the win column for the Tigers. But besides Southeast Polk, it sure feels like with Coach Ricky, Valley has so much upside that they have coming down the pipe.
Absolutely, and he'll do a good job. And you know, I know it's hard. There's nothing you can say to him right now when he's living it, but this will make him a better coach. I joke with people all the time. I was lucky. I got to coach a lot of really good players. No one knew that when I started my first year, we won 3 games. Yeah, you know, and no one cared because, like you said, everything is kind of exaggerated because of social media and everything else. And here's the thing: if we're being honest, none of these guys had anything to do with the last 3 seasons. And I don't mean that. Hopefully, some of them were valuable teammates and whatnot. But when it comes to winning and losing those games, it wasn't on them.
I'll never forget. Jim Valvano had a great speech once, and he said his first game that he was coaching at Bucknell University, he lost by 72 points.
Yeah. So we've all
but
been
most
there,
people,
right?
they won't remember that. They'll think of what he did
you do
later.
as a coach, right?
You do as a coach, but it's just things happen like that, and there are going to be bumpy starts. But double dribble called on Jorgensen.
It hit him.
We've had a couple of those double dribbles called tonight. Keene's still wondering what the. He didn't think it was. Coach Ricky's thinking the same thing.
Good job, though. I also want to respect that. Like, he's coaching, right? Yeah. He's not sitting there showing his play. He's trying. I like that out of him.
I think Charlie Crane has figured out what he needs to do to get points. He's like, I'm just going to go down low and see if they can keep up with me, and if they don't, they foul. So he'll go to the line to shoot 2 in a quarter that has come to a grinding halt.
Grinding halt.
Screeching halt. Charlie knocks down his first. Comes the second one for Crane. In and out.
Yeah, good call. Going to get back into that 1-2-2. Keep it out of the corners, right? Find the middle. Find the middle of that. See how there really is no one in the middle? So if you get a ball reverse, then find the middle, you're going to find success. There you go. There's the middle. Now turn.
Got it stripped away. Here comes Coley with T.J. Williams right with him, and
Good
T.J.'s able to knock it out of his hands. It is going to stay with Dowling, but good effort by T.J. Williams.
Yeah, good hustle there, you know. I like that. Don't just let a dunk happen.
Sam Ralston checks in for Dowling. They were wanting Coley on the inbound oop. I don't know if that's actually the play, but Keyless almost got it ripped away. Now he finally does. All things considering, it has been a better quarter by Valley.
Absolutely.
Definitely
like I
feels
said,
like it defensively as well.
You know, as the shots early that were falling. And
T.J. Williams
there you go.
splashes home the 3.
Good work, TJ. Let's see if Valley can't grind a stop. Kind of like we talked about in the girls' game. If you can get it back into the 12-point range, keep fighting. Uh-oh.
T.J. Williams rips it away.
Help him.
Now hands it up the floor. Sam Strawn, boy, tried to get it to Hybels, but good anticipation by Nathan Jenkins. Now Dowling just kind of waiting here. There's a 3 by Ralston. No. Saved by Capola. What a
good
play.
Hustle.
Here's
Mitchell,
Keyless.
right? Yeah.
Nope. Or Evan Mitchell, yeah. Evan Mitchell knocks down the 3. Yeah.
That's that basketball karma, right? Didn't quit on the play. He saved it, stepped back in, and knocks down the 3. Really good stuff.
He's got the football body to go up and save it. Looked like a pirouette there. 2 minutes to go.
He's soft
here.
on his feet, though.
Yeah,
like he moves well. Big time football recruit.
They got T.J. Williams on Alfred Coley. I mean, that's just that really works out.
It's really something. Uh-oh.
Tracy gets it poked away. Keyless looking back at his options. Now back upstairs to Noah Martins for 3, who shorts it. Stolen away. Here comes Martins. Lost it on the way up and then gets the and one. Good recovery. Got grabbed on the floor, but they let him go through with it. So Martins will go to the line to shoot one more. Definitely, I mean, you're leading 37-14. It definitely has looked like Dowling knows what the score is and has sometimes played a little lax.
Yeah.
Maybe that's exactly what, well, who's the timeout? Is it
what do we got here?
Einerson or is it, I don't know who called
no
the timeout.
one seems to know. No,
All right, full timeout. 37-14. Valley calls the timeout. We'll be back.
Three, two, action. Wilson Toyota and Ames is unlike any other car dealership in Iowa. At Wilson Toyota, we give you a financially rewarding, time-saving, and stress-free car buying experience. Earning your confidence with a value-oriented customer experience is what thousands of customers have come to understand as the Wilson experience.
She's getting better at this, making me so proud.
Wilson Toyota,
home of the Wilson experience.
1:27 to go here in the first half. Blake Walker, Chris Larson along with you here at Valley High School. Dowling leads over Valley. We were everywhere before that timeout. I mean, there
hasn't been a whole lot of flow to this one.
No,
yet, right?
Not really.
So we're trying to find our flow as well,
Yep.
just with the there's just, I think the officials have, and I mean that, the really good crew of officials. Not that they've, but sometimes these games just get hard to find your rhythm. I think it might be a Council Bluffs crew or Sioux City.
Martins completes the and one. Speaking of Council Bluffs, that is Valley's second to last non-conference game that they have left this year. They do play Council Bluffs Lincoln and then Roosevelt to end the year.
Watched them yesterday as well, and they had a really nice win over Gretna, Nebraska, I believe.
Call me crazy. I stick with it since it happened. If Josh Dix never tore his ACL, I think Council Bluffs Lincoln would have won the state title.
They've really put together several good years. They do a really good job. Coach Isaacson's a good coach.
It is still unbelievable to believe that in Class 4A, the last Western Iowa champion was 2002 with Sioux City East. That was the last time a Western Iowa team has won Class 4. Yes. Yes.
Man, that's
2002.
Who has that been?
Are you thinking of the Hawkeye Adam Woodbury?
Right. Wasn't he for Sioux City?
He was from California. I'm pretty sure.
Then maybe I'm not saying.
We'll check that at halftime. But I know they had a couple star players that the names leave me. But 2002, Sioux City East.
No, we're fact checking this one. We'll let our listeners know.
Really? Foul there on the floor. That's Dowling's fifth foul. Well, I know the Sioux City East 2002 thing's right.
Yeah, do you remember who's on that team?
No, we will check that at halftime.
Okay.
Chase Storbeck's going to go.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Chase Storbeck will go to the line to shoot two. Knocks down his first.
Anyway. Talked a lot about Chase so far. Just a good-looking young player, and this kind of experience is invaluable, right? Like, it's going to help him so much as he continues to grow as a player.
Well, he missed two earlier tonight. That time he knocks them both down, so better from the charity stripe there. Shot clock is dead here for the first half. Martins picked up by Jorgensen. 10 seconds on the clock.
Little dribbling exhibition right there.
Somehow they leave Ralston wide open for three. Can't hit it. Mitchell back outside. The three-pointer is good by Noah Martins.
A fitting end to this half.
41-16. Dowling leads over Valley. We will be back for the second half of action. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
It's the Start Something New sales event happening now at DeYarman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Knoxville, Iowa. Take up to $13,000 off new 2026 Ram 1500s with Conquest Cash or 0% for 60 months. 2025 Ram Heavy Duties, over $12,000 off MSRP on select units. And on all new Rams, receive best-in-class 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. And 2025 Wranglers, up to $10,000 off with Stellantis loyalty. DeYarman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Knoxville, Iowa.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V-Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
What if you could make a priceless difference in your community for as little as $5? With the Des Moines Catholic Worker House, you can. For nearly 50 years, the Des Moines Catholic Worker House has given the homeless and low-income community a place to feel welcomed. With your support, we could turn 3,000 free meals each month into 4,000. We could build a brand new warming and cooling center in our future facility. We could provide more hygiene products, more clothing, and more hope to those who need it most. Feed the hungry, clothe a neighbor, and spread your generosity throughout Des Moines by scanning the QR code on the screen right now. Donate online via PayPal or mail a check to make a priceless difference in your community today. Thank you so much for your support.
It's the Start Something New sales event happening now at DeYarman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Ames, Iowa. Take up to $13,000 off new 2026 Ram 1500s with Conquest Cash or 0% for 60 months. 2025 Ram Heavy Duties, over $12,000 off MSRP on select units. And on all new Rams, receive best-in-class 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. And 2025 Wranglers, up to $10,000 off with Stellantis loyalty. DeYarman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Ames, Iowa.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game. Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. 41-16, Dowling Catholic leads over Valley. Blake Walker, Chris Larson along with you here. Let's take a look at the rankings. I hate to pull it up on our producer Rachel so quick, but take a look at the rankings while we have a chance.
We're having a little too much fun over break. Rachel's getting us back on task.
We did look. Oh, also for those that were curious, that listened to anything that Chris and I were talking about, Sioux City East did win in 2002. It was Ben Jacobson who was the leading player for that team. Here's the CIML.
And Adam Woodbury is from Sioux City East.
But was not
on that. He was
team.
younger, much younger.
Here's a look at the CIML boys basketball standings. Waukee Northwest sits atop at 9-0, 11-1 in the conference. They are currently playing Johnston. There's Dowling Catholic. Waukee 7-2, 10-2, and then you got Urbandale 6-4. But Urbandale, I don't think they're going to host a regional playoff game, but probably the most dangerous team.
Absolutely.
I mean, it sure feels like it.
You know, I think that a lot of the guys, the teams, the big teams up top have kind of solidified itself. But I'm telling you what, it's going to be a fun fight for the state tournament. There's a lot of teams that are in that, let's say, 6 to 15 range that are all like, put us in a sub-state, let us go compete for a trip. I don't know that any of them are quite at the top with the Cedar Falls and the Waukee Northwest and probably even Dowling. But man, there's some Ankeny,
one of these
Urbandale,
lower teams.
Yeah.
If you go Urbandale, Ankeny, Southeast Polk, I kind of group them together. I want to group Urbandale and Southeast Polk because I think what Coach Stubbs is doing out there at Southeast Polk is great. If one of those teams gets sent to Eastern Iowa or Western Iowa, I mean, it's kind of like football where you're like, oh man, they're gonna be tough out.
We were just complimenting Council Bluffs Abilene, good team, right?
Yeah. But they haven't seen the CIML, and I know that it makes Chris and I sound like, oh, it is the best conference, but statistically, it is the best conference, and there's a reason why they get the favoritism when it comes to rankings and whatnot.
Yeah, and now at the same time, I'm gonna give us a little balance of that. You got Ames, you got Norwalk, you got DCG, all who have good basketball teams and can beat any of those teams. That's what makes it so fun, though, that they got to go play it on the court, right? And again, I don't think we know who the cream of the crop is. Yeah. But everybody else kind of scratching and clawing to get their way. It's going to be a lot of fun to see.
DCG's got to get some work back going. Pella Dutch ran him out of the gym.
They really
week.
did, yeah.
It was quite the game for Pella. Pella's going to be
timing
a tough
too,
out.
though. Timing.
Yeah,
Pella kind of was a little ornery in that one.
Yeah. 41-16, closing off the final seconds of halftime. Catching up a little bit of last music bits here from the pep band. Always cool. Valley does their pep band. Always brings them out. Always fun to watch what they can do.
This is sometimes where it gets tough this part of the year too, right? You know, I mean, it's hard to keep the attention of your locker room. It'll be fun to see, though, like what Valley comes out and tries to execute here in the second half. Got to keep chipping away, right? Get yourself back into this game.
Waukee Northwest leading Johnston 22-19 is the score over there at Johnson High School.
See if you can execute a set maybe to get yourselves going in the second half.
Off and running here in the second. There's Keen Jorgensen. Just 2 points in that first half. Came in the first quarter.
You know, here's part of the problem. You got Coppola, who's such a good athlete out there guarding him, right? And that you know, he's the type of guy, when that's your role player, he might be one of the best players on a lot of other teams, but he's kind of your defender, athlete. And I mean, and just for those watching, he's a good-looking kid, right? Really good athlete.
I always wonder, for someone like him, and I guess maybe you could see it too, granted, baseball and basketball didn't go back-to-back, but Norwalk was really good at baseball and basketball kind of when you were there. For Maddox Coppola, you play football, you're one of the top football players on Dowling's team. You win the state championship, you get hurt. That mental to just switch back and be like, all right, football's over, I won a state title, I got a ring, let's move on, to give my full undivided attention to basketball and go all out in basketball. That can't be easy for a lot of kids.
Well, and I think, you know, we talked that what I was telling about Pella, it's all about when you play them, right? They had a great football season, and I think that's why I don't take too much seriously before winter break, because I think that's what winter break is for. And thank you.
Right on cue. Maddox Coppola hits the three.
Maddox makes us look good, right? But I do think you work your way into it. That's why, as a coach, you got to be sensitive of that too. And because if you come out and they're like, oh, it's all about basketball season right away, you're probably going to lose some of your relationship with that kid too.
Heibel's got the bucket, now has the steal. He goes all the way and lays it in high off the glass. He's got 8 tonight.
Good take. Looks like a little 1-2-1-1.
Lazier pass by Coppola. He had Coley wide open down low. Charlie Crane fires a 3 and misses. Coppola, Attaway fighting for it.
Still playing hard. That's good.
I swear, I don't see Coach Einerson get fired up very often. Every time I look to the sideline, he's a very calm, cool, collected. I'm sure he'd probably tell me different, but sure feels like he just kind of goes with the flow and
it's his style, right?
Yeah,
like every coach has kind of his style. And you know what's interesting is you can see that in his team, right? They don't seem to lose their composure very easily either. Good pass.
Crane down low, thought about a dunk, instead takes the and one as he got chopped on the hand.
Good pass by Noah Martins as well.
He had 7 in the second quarter, didn't score any in the first. I'll go to the line. Third foul on Jack Tracy. As Crane will shoot one. And off back iron. Coley with the rebound and slams it home with one. I was wondering if we were going to get a dunk tonight from either of these two teams. Alfred Coley says, I'll take that.
I'll take care of that.
Jorgensen in and out. Coley fights for the rebound with Heibels.
They're just such a good defensive team. They look, you know, Valley, it just looks exhausting to run offense against them, right?
Coppola, stop and fire,
Good
rattles in. It's amazing. You know, we talk about Northwest. They are the cream of the crop here in 4A, but Dowling just looks so much different as Eddie Heibels. Eddie Heibels just jumped out of the gym. I wasn't expecting it. Holy
he can
smokes.
really
he
jump.
Took off,
but he finished.
Yeah,
Good job, Eddie.
There's a layup on the other end.
Nice
Noah
by
Martins. I wish I wasn't talking about Waukee Northwest when that happened, but Dowling just looked so out of whack in that game on Tuesday night. It just didn't look like themselves. But
well, and that's the next step for Dowling, right? You got a couple weeks now, and I'm not talking just about a couple weeks for Northwest, but a couple weeks to set yourself up. That's where they want to be. They want to be playing with those teams, and I think it was a good D. I don't know if it might be too strong of a word, but kind of a humbling loss, you know, like anytime you go face the cream of the crop.
And might need to lose.
Yeah,
you know, like some teams just have to lose once and be like, all right, this is what losing feels like. Got a timeout on the floor by Coach Ricky. I believe it's going to be a full timeout.
You're not helping us much with it tonight. Like,
and yes, full timeout. 52-24. Dowling leads. We'll be right back.
Look at that dunk.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa High School sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game. Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. 52-24, Dowling leading over Valley. Blake Walker, Chris Larson along with you here.
Kind of getting it going a little bit in the third quarter. A couple dunks. Getting up and down the floor a little bit.
Eddie saw Alfred Coley do it, and he's like, I can up you up, actually. Yeah, do one better. As Dowling will have the ball here on their own side. That was pushing 5 seconds. They try to go down low to Alfred Coley, and guess who? TJ Williams.
There you go, TJ.
Who has picked up Alfred Coley better than anyone else tonight.
He's really been a spark out there tonight.
Jorgensen fades, can't hit. TJ Williams tries to go after it. Coley's able to out-jump him.
Yeah, you knew that. You know where he was going with that.
Nothing there.
Look at him, though.
I tell you what. I'm sad he's a senior because he can play. I bet he might be a starter at one point this season. You just never know.
Oh, good look.
Storbeck, good passing here by Valley. Three-pointer, not going to go.
Coley's got a ton. They tried to get it from him again.
Williams dives on the floor to go after it. Will be Dowling ball. Charlie Crane checks out.
You know, one of my favorite compliments to give to a little guard like that, he's a pest.
Yeah.
He's a pest.
In the best way possible.
Right? The 1-2-2, three-quarter court pressure again.
The other night, he untucked his jersey, or he got untucked. I mean, the thing went down to his knees. Keelis for three. Not going to go. Evan Mitchell trying to fight for the rebound. It'll go to Valley. Now Dowling, somewhat of a press here. Not going to make things too easy.
There you go. Find the middle, inside out. That's the way you want to break that zone pressure.
Ryder Knapp floats and hits.
Good take. Good
First
take.
Points of the night for Ryder.
Under control. Got to get back in transition.
Evan Mitchell got it blocked by Storbeck.
Yeah, nice block.
Valley trying to string together a couple here.
Good cut.
Knapp, triple team. Somebody's open. It's Keaton Jorgensen. He's got a mismatch with Evan Mitchell, but Williams off glass and good.
Good take using the glass. Good jump stop.
It's interesting. They left Coley at midcourt there, kind of as a temporary, like, I'm going to sit here and I guess be a screen, if anything. It's an interesting take.
Yeah, you like to find that middle. Sometimes you want to go in and out, right? Like in.
They tried to fit it down to Storbeck. That's off the leg of a Dowling Catholic player. So
just been an interesting game in that, you know, it was kind of a knockout in round one, and then it's just kind of been even up since then, right?
Dowling scored 21 in the first, 20 in the second. Valley scored 6 in the first, 10 in the second. Knapp thought about a 3. Now here's Storbeck down on the low post, up and under. Couldn't get it to go. Good defense by Evan Mitchell.
I like the way Mitchell runs the floor, though. He always is running to the point of the rim looking for the basketball. That's going to serve him well as his career goes on.
Keyless lost it trying to go to the basket.
Man, Storbeck is just around the ball, isn't he?
Goes all the way and tries to go up against Coley.
Not afraid either.
No. Keyless works his way down low and gets it to go off glass. He's got 5 tonight.
I like his game. You know, it's going to serve him well in some big games down the stretch too. Having that offense coming off the bench is going to be really good for Dowling.
Really good free throw shooter as well. TJ Williams, unselfish ball, but not there. They fly this one upstairs to Alfred Coley. And Sam Ralston, him on a little bit of a miss page. Alfred Coley's like, I don't know if I can go get that one. I guess you can accept those in a game like this.
Yeah, again, that's part of the problem too, right? Though, like you do kind of accept it, and you're like, sometimes you just have to win and move on. Like, not every game is going to be a masterpiece throughout a 21-game season.
It definitely. I mean, I'm not a big one that looks into body language, but Dowling doesn't. I don't know. It seems like a weird game for Dowling. Like they're playing really well, but I feel like they think they could be playing better.
I'll tell you one thing. That little sucker, he gets after it in there, and he plays really hard.
The jump ball.
Yeah, good hustle. Good hustle.
Ball will go to Dowling. 56 seconds to go here in the third quarter. They pressed upstairs. Now they go backwards. Storbeck with the steal. Storbeck off glass, no good. We had a lot of fouls there in the second. We have calmed down on the foul end. As I say that, there's the foul going to be called on
Whoops.
TJ Williams. Well, I mean, that's just the third foul for Valley. Now he's only been called on 1. Alfred Coley was going to come in, and now he is not.
Can you get an announcer foul jinx?
It seems possible.
Apparently so.
Jenkins will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, it's just the crowd is really. It's just a weird night, right? Like this rivalry in both games. You know, like Dowling's kind of shot them out of the games.
That girls' game. I mean, sometimes games carry over. That girls' game was just such a surprise.
That's a foul there. Yeah.
As there's a free throw by Jenkins. But that girls' game was such a shock. 79-39, I think, was the final score official. I mean, it was 79-41. I mean, that just – no one saw that coming tonight. And not like it set the tone on the night, but it was like, whoa. 1 second, separate the shot clock and the game clock.
Yeah, I do think that can bleed into a night and just.
Well, in times like this, the biggest thing is to keep the fans in it. I've always thought keep the students in it. We were here, or I was here on night number 1. You might have been with me for the Southeast Polk Valley game to start the year.
Yeah.
Student sections all the way up. And obviously, beginning of the year, you have high expectations, but you got to keep the students involved, got to keep them showing up. Attaway tries the long 3, can't hit it. But every team goes through rough spots. 55-28, Dowling leads over Valley. Fourth quarter coming up. We'll be right back.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Off to the fourth quarter we go. Dowling leads over Valley 55-28. Chris Larson, Blake Walker along to take you home here. Here's Eddie Heibels down on the low post and gets it to go.
Finishing well tonight.
He's got 10, now 12 this evening.
I think it's a man-to-man pressure right now. Good job by Mertens being aware to get that past the half-court line.
Three-pointer by Maddox Capola. Can't find the bottom of the basket. Keen Jorgensen fighting for the rebound. Boy, Keyless gave it his all.
See, all right, got hit in the head a little bit
he took
there.
a hit trying to go down to the floor.
Good to see both teams still playing hard.
Don't know if they do, well, probably not, but that thing in football, usually they try to keep an eye out if somebody
like a concussion
gets a
type
concussion
thing.
or
Yeah.
some sort. Take a look at the replay here.
Oh, he kind of kicked him.
Yeah. Jorgensen floater picked up by Mitchell.
Man, this Mitchell's going to be something, isn't he? This is some kind of athlete.
Three-pointer on the way and splashing home from Noah Martins.
Yeah, Noah's a good player. I really like that, though. I really like the extra pass by Capola that time.
Attaway finishes on the other end. 8 different players for Dowling Catholic have scored tonight. Keyless in and out.
I always think it's interesting. I always thought as a coach you can learn a lot about your team and these kind. Like if guys are still willing to play the right way, make an extra pass, dive on the floor. I think you see that about from Maddox Capola as well.
Been a quiet night for Jack Tracy. Ends that here. Ends his first point of the night. Martins thought about squeezing it to the other side. Jimmy Baumhover is in the ball game. Keyless gets his three-pointer that he missed last time to go in.
Keyless is a scorer.
Yeah, he is.
He scores.
And he comes off the bench. Plays minutes like a starter, but comes off the bench.
But also, sometimes to have that defined role is good. Like, he knows what he's out there to do, right?
Heibels,
Man,
having a good night.
A really nice night.
He's got 14. Capola surveying his options. Maddox through traffic and off the mark.
Uh-oh.
Jack Tracy, they thought about a three.
He can really shoot.
He had a wide open Colton Romich, who has been quiet since the. Well, he hasn't scored tonight. Colton felt like he had a pretty good first quarter defensively. Kind of got quiet, got a couple more substitutions. Checking in, Dowling starting to move all the way to their bench.
Like I said, not every night's going to be a masterpiece, but sometimes you just take the win and you move on. I think that's a little bit where Coach Einerson's at right now.
Again, got that tough, gritty road win against Urbandale on Friday night. I think kind of told him a little bit about his team.
When do they play Waukee again? I think that's a...
that'll be last week of January, so probably near the end, probably the 31st, something
not
of
too
January.
far from away, right? That'll be a big
Get
game,
them at home.
I think that both those teams...
Get them at home.
Very good, very good.
That'll be a big one.
Yeah.
Sam Ralston, so not full backups on the floor right now, kind of mixing them in.
Good cut.
Mitchell down low. Davin Triton.
Good cut. Bad
Triton
shot.
couldn't get it to go. Ryder Knapp stopping fire. Ralston was looking through a double. Well, they leave him open, so he'll just take the three. No good. Evan Mitchell's on the glass and got fouled.
Whacked on the head.
Caught on the head.
It's my favorite call in all of basketball when the ref comes over and he's like, hang on, you hit him on the head.
So Mitchell will shoot two. First one is good. hit a three-pointer in the second quarter.
Boy, you can see probably why he's such a big footballer. I mean, he's got that thick frame, but he's got long arms.
Yeah. Rattles in and out. Storbeck's on the rebound. G.J. Williams back on the floor for Valley. Loose ball picked up.
What'd you say, 2020's last season Dowling made the state?
Yes.
I feel they're going to get back there this year. This is the team to do it.
Ralston knocks down the three. He had 2 in the first quarter, hasn't scored since. He's got 9 now. How
you feeling about that?
What?
You think this?
Yeah,
I think this is their year to get back.
I was just thinking back to 2020's state basketball tournament.
Yeah,
I know, big year for you in 3A, but I was also thinking 4A.
Oh, duh, I wasn't even thinking about that.
Big year in 4A. That was the year Ankeny made the unbelievable, probably one of the more. If you look at the teams that were in it, you had Sanford's or you had Peyton Sanford,
right?
Led Waukee with DeVries. Mind you, they were juniors, but.
Well, and Dowling had a great year team.
Dowling had a great year.
That was
Cedar
still when
Falls,
Omaha
Iowa
was
City
with them,
West,
right?
And all of a sudden, Ankeny out of nowhere.
Yeah, but I'm telling you what, Bayless.
Yeah,
he
was a star.
He was legit, man. He was.
But in my opinion, one of the more improbable state tournaments we have seen in Class 4A.
There's a lot of improbable things about that state tournament.
3A was great, obviously. Your success with Norwalk, and then it was just a wild, wild time.
Playing a state tournament in an empty Wells Fargo arena.
I'll never forget. I had media passes, obviously, for the whole week, and then we just didn't know what was going to happen. So I didn't go to the championships because I was like, can I even go outside? Such a weird time.
It's an amazing story. 10,
15
years
when
from
you
now,
write your book, yeah.
I said someday when it becomes history, to tell the story and us walking into the semifinals and we're like getting texts that the Big Ten just canceled its tournament, and then
I give a lot of credit to the association, though, thinking
too.
back on that. They could have canceled, and
100%.
it would have hurt everybody. I know a lot of soccer players. If you remember the spring sports were canceled, that was one of the biggest gut punches I have ever seen because track got canceled.
Absolutely.
Such a weird time. But yes, Dowling trying to get back to the state tournament for the first time since 2020. And it just seems crazy because they've had so many good teams.
100%,
But this year just feels like it could be the year.
We talk about it, though. Like, getting to state's a whole different story, right?
Yeah.
Because you're going to, and even though they break you up a little bit more than they used to, let's be honest, you got to be one of those top, probably, 3 or 4 teams. And they've been really good, but not quite at the top of that. And they've had their opportunities, but I just think this team plays such good defense.
Jimmy Baumhover with the three-pointer for Dowling Catholic.
And really well coached, too. Give credit to Coach Einerson and his staff. They really have them playing well.
It's killed some of these guys. The girls, I don't know the last time Dowling Catholic missed a state tournament girls basketball. So you watch that, and you're like.
It was Caitlin's
senior year,
right?
Senior year. They did lose to Sioux City East.
Yeah, that's what I was
Sioux City East or Sioux City
Because I remember
North.
that. That was quite an upset.
But, I mean, you see that, and you're like, man, we want to go. We want to go to state tournament.
Right. And having a good, successful program. It'll be fun to watch them down the stretch.
We talked about teams that could be dangerous in Class 4A, obviously not part of the CIML, but Des Moines Roosevelt could make a couple teams sweat out. They were ranked there for a little bit.
It kind of goes with that other group of teams, right?
Yep.
Like I'm saying. And I think Dowling's in a little different class than that, now. But, man, there's 8 or 9 teams that –
they're going to be tough outs.
Yeah, right? It's going to be a fun tournament. The sub-state tournament part are going to be really fun.
Really, I mean, Cedar, whoever gets the 1 seed will be the easiest bracket. But second on back, I mean, it's not – you're going to have to sweat. Under 2.5
and all those teams are just begging to be like, don't put us in
I don't want to go to
Waukee
Cedar Northwest.
Stay away from the. I mean, and then everybody else wants to kind of line it up after that.
If I were a betting man, I'd say probably Northwest will end up playing a CIML foe. If they're the 2 seed, we'll play a CIML foe in their regional final. I think the same could go for Dowling Catholic. That one's up and good. by Leighton Oldfield. I could see a Roosevelt Dowling regional final. Ryder Knapp bobbled it.
Can live with
up and
that.
good. I'm not out here.
It's a fun time of year,
I'm
isn't
not
it?
out here prediction.
It's fun. It's a fun year to start thinking about
Jeff
that.
Linder does predict regional brackets,
Does
and I'm
he?
like, I could never be that crazy. That's why he's one of the best in the business.
Oh, easy. Don't do that.
TJ Williams, I think, is subbing out. He grabs onto a hip and pulls and gets the foul called. The win will move Dowling Catholic to 12-1. Valley will drop to 0-13. Still searching for their first win of the season. The rest of the schedule for Valley, they go to they go at Northwest, on Friday night, and then home against Centennial, at Urbandale, home against Johnston. Then they go the Crossover Classic.
Who do they have in that? Do you know?
No idea. Does not say. There's a step back
Hey.
jumper that's up and good that time for number 3, Drew DeRocher.
That away.
And then Valley goes at Council Bluffs, Lincoln, home against Waukee, and home against
Get
Roosevelt.
another bucket.
to end.
You know, I'm a fan of these buckets. Let's get these guys some buckets.
Jack Gale gets the layup to go.
Good offense, too. Nice little curl cut.
I think I saw. It might be right, it might not be right. At least it said on bound. Valley and Urbandale, girls game, will be played at Wells Fargo Arena.
Oh, really?
I think. I saw that right. Unless it was a typo in the thing. But
Just hard. I know it gets frustrating, and it's hard. These kids are doing their best. I know Coach Ricky's doing his best. There's just no gimmies out there, though.
It's like a road game in the Big Ten every single night. You're in good luck. It's hard to win games.
They'll
in the
get it.
CIML.
They'll get it going, and he's a good coach. He's gonna get them going. Might not be this year, but
Right.
he'll learn from it, and they'll be tougher because of it.
I look at what Urbandale's doing this year. Urbandale has just not been good in boys basketball the last couple of years, and now they're finally starting to get going. They got ranked. Not saying they're going to go win it all, but it sure feels like they can make a run to make the state tournament.
Well, and I think you're exactly. Urbandale's a really good barometer too, because the last couple of years they probably weren't as bad as the record seemed.
Right.
It's just
They're
hard
just
when
stuck
you're
in the
the down
CIML.
when you're the down team in this 18
Yeah.
pod. It's not like football, right, where they have different districts and they mix it up a little bit. It's all the big dogs right there in the same grouping.
Gabe Lawson got the layup to go that last time. That one's on the line. Shot clock is dead. Coach Einerson yells hold. Not going to try to run it up any
Coach,
longer.
give me a bucket.
Dowling going to get the win tonight. 2 very dominant wins for
Yeah,
Dowling
dominant.
Catholic basketball tonight, as it'll be a sweep of both boys and girls basketball.
Well,
it's a win tonight. The Maroons take this one over the Valley Tigers, make it 2 straight over the guys in orange and black as the season rolls on. Tough nights in the CIML. Dowling Catholic keeps it rolling.
Yeah, Dowling Catholic, just impressive performance right there. They're a juggernaut right now. It's going to be fun to see kind of them start to really hit their stride down the stretch. Valley's just got to keep hanging in there, just keep practicing hard, and good things will happen.
For our camera crew, Sam and Marion, for our producer Rachel, he's Chris Larson. I'm Blake Walker saying so long tonight from Valley High School, where Dowling Catholic girls and boys sweep the Valley Tigers. We'll be back on Friday for more basketball on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Check our social medias to check which games we'll be covering. For now, we say so long and good night.